Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Yes, what up, what up? Back, best ball draft. This one is the number 268, and it is Deep Blue Sea themed. We are so close to 300. We are on our way to 300. Let's get it. Shout out to Podson, who was in here first. What up, bro? Shout out to Danny. He said, wiped off the shoes, did a best ball. First 6 picks were Jefferson, McConkey, Tyreek, Jalen, Hurts, Brees Hall, and Swift fell good. Okay. And then flex is Jacoby Myers. Nice. What up, Sal? He said, yo, first time back with you for the season. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. And he said, he said, I'm the guy that kept asking if Rashee Rice would be a top 10 receiver last year until I jinxed him. Bro, I said, man, we can't, we just got to let the chips fall where they may, because we don't want to jinx people, man. We really don't. It ain't cool. But welcome back, my brother. And hey, Hawk fan Jason, what up? What's going down? Let's get ready to smoke it up, peeps. And hey, Rob in the house, what up, bro? We are knee deep in this draft. I was actually recording another pod with that Sports Idiot Nation a little bit literally right now. That's why I took like a 10-minute break and scarfed down some food, and then I'm back on here. And we are in mid-round 13 right now. There we go. Let's get it. Looks like a decent draft so far. One thing that I will say, this one, I wish I was in this one, because look at the quarterbacks, man. You don't really get the crazy, all the quarterbacks are off the board until the 7th, 8th round in this one. So this was one of those ones. You could have waited on QBs and still came away with 2 solid ones. Not always the case. Rob, single QB dynasty, keep 6. Well, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to rate on anybody's parade, but if you only keep a certain amount of people, that's a keeper league, not a dynasty. Bo Nix, Kyler. I'm not keeping, no reason to keep both the quarterbacks. A-Chain, Bijan, obviously you're keeping them. McBride, I'm assuming you have a tight end spot, so you're keeping him. Neighbors, Harrison Jr., Thomas Jr., Higgins. Man, this is tough. This is why you need to be in a dynasty league, because then you can actually keep all of these guys. Single QB, I'm not keeping anybody. Let's draft another one. A-Chain, Bijan, McBride, Neighbors, A-Chain, Bijan, McBride, Neighbors, Harrison Jr., Brian Thomas. Ooh. Yeah, probably. It sucks to not keep Higgins, but everybody else that you have in that top 6, I value a little bit higher. Unless Neighbors is really hurt, that's something I get a little nervous about. But yeah, that's who I'd keep. A-Chain, Bijan, McBride, Neighbors, Harrison, Brian Thomas. There we go. And yeah, no worries. I just always got to clarify people, because I'm just such a snob about stuff. And Sal said, you run up, bro. Am I running any more leagues? Come on, man. Does the bear shit in the woods and wipe his ass with a white fluffy rabbit? Yes, that's the answer. Of course, bro. That's why if you guys aren't following me on Patreon, make sure that you do that. Patreon, it's a social media app, and it's kind of for the most part, it's like the fantasy football hub for myself. And you can go to 420crew.com and you can follow for free. Literally, if you want fantasy football advice, you should be joining. If you want to get in leagues, you should be joining. If you like fun experiences like the squares that I do a couple times a week, you should be joining. So many reasons why you want to join, and it's free. There are paid tiers on there, and you should join one of the paid tiers so you can be on the credits at the end of the show. You'll get access to more advice, and if you get to the superstar tier or higher, I actually have one-on-one advice services that you definitely want to take part of. Well, that is if you want to win a championship. what you guys want to get to. So yes, what kind of league are you looking for? Because I have basic ones, and I even have one spot left in a super flex. No, in a single QB, I have one spot left in the $33 redraft. I don't know if we decided on the date, but I think everybody was trying to shoot for next Sunday at 3:30 West Coast time, 6:30 Eastern time. But yes, I have so many more leagues. Like, yes, so many more leagues. I don't do half point PPR, man. I don't do half point PPR. It's 1 point PPR or bust. I've already evolved. I've evolved past that. But we got to get you guys in it. And Podson said, my league has changed this year to tight end premium. How does your strategy change with tight end premium? How much more do you value tight ends? How much more value do tight ends gain in your opinion? Okay, here's a couple questions, because not all tight end premium like settings and leagues are created equal. Okay, question 1. Do you have a dedicated tight end spot in that league? And how many flex spots where tight ends can play, like in your starting roster, are in that league? So answer those 2 questions separately, and then tell me how many points is regular PPR, and then how many points do the tight ends get? And I know it's not points. It might be like half PPR and then 1.0 PPR for the tight end, but just tell me that. What's the PPR, and then what's the tight end PPR? Let me know the answer to those 4 questions, and then I'll let you know, because those 4 questions will definitely change how I value and why. And we'll explain why. Podson said number 268 drafts. Some other channels haven't done 268 drafts combined in their whole career. I mean, we're just different around here. Like, this is all this 268. Number 1 started on March 12th. And you can go look at all my live streams. Every live stream on my, every live stream except for during the NFL draft since March 12th is of a draft. There's so many. I haven't even counted how many are on there. Like, it easily has to be over 100, because I know I've gone live more than 100 days since March 12th and now. And Danny said full PPR, or it isn't real football. Well, I didn't say that. I just there's certain things that I go for. Once I go for it, I don't look back. And so like the standard leagues, the half point PPR, we've already jumped over those. And hey, Cali Jam, what up, bro? What's going down? Hey, salute, man. How? You said it was painting, right? Was that what it was? I don't know what you said you were painting, but how'd the painting go, bro? How's the painting going if you're still doing it? So I said I disagree. I think it undervalues some running backs, but I'll definitely do PPR. What undervalues some running backs? Yes, we need more likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Come on. Jamie can't be the only one hitting that like button. Thanks, Jamie, for reminding everyone, smash that like button. It's free. And if you're watching and you're not commenting, might be because you have to hit that subscribe button, which is also free. Hey, Brown in the house. What up, bro? And Sal said PPR versus 0.5. Well, you mean 1.0 versus 0.5, because it's all PPR. PPR is point per reception. So even if it's half point per reception, it's still PPR. Hey, what up? Lalo Lyle in the house. What up, bro? I was telling hey, Toyota One, what up, bro? I was just telling everybody, I just recorded a pod with Sports Idiot Nation, and it's going to be dropping tomorrow. So if you guys, thank you, Jamie. If you guys are following Sports Idiot Nation because of me, new episode's going to be dropping tomorrow. I always get the episodes and I put it in Patreon, and then I try to get some shorts from that video as well. So I'm going to try to do my best to do that. Looks like we got multiple things going on, because someone just texted me and said that we got a trade in a league. Let me get over there real quick. We just started the number 127 Superflex offense only dynasty league. It is it's getting high, man. It is getting high, just as I am about to do. Let's see, what's this trade? The 103 and the 510 for the 107 and the 407. I the first year I did Dynasty, I made a shitload of trades like that. Once I learned that like trades like that don't really help you, I definitely switched it up. All right. All right, Bolski, here we go, ski. And hey, Ron, what up, bro? He said, good draft with the QBs flying. Bro, I said that earlier. It's like, man, this one was, you can get some good value on the QBs in this one. You can get good value. This is one of the, and Sal, just go to 420crew.com. But the Patreon name, like if you go to 420crew.com, that will take you to the Patreon page. I just try to get links that are like really easy for people to remember and go type in, you know, but it's patreon.com/FFHustler420 if you would rather do it that way. And I'll even put that link in there. All the links are in the description of the video as well. But just throwing it in there. Yeah, you should definitely go get in on that. And I'll be posting, leagues will be posted about insanely this week. Shout out to Daniel Barris Sports Highlights. What up, bro? Anybody watching the football game? Caleb looked decent. They didn't there was not a lot of defensive players from the Bills, you know, actual like starters or anything playing. But he looked good nonetheless. TJ, what up? Jamie said, I like the way Mark's team's looking. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's not too many drafts where Jared Goff would even go in the 6th round. This draft was, you just look at the first 2 rounds. Hella RB heavy in the first 2 rounds. Insanely. So RB heavy. Well, actually, I guess not. How did Jonathan Taylor drop to the 3rd round and where it was RB heavy? I don't even necessarily know. Because not a lot of QBs or wide receivers taken in those first 2 rounds. I guess Chase Brown going where Crispy took Chase Brown, that's probably a little out of the norm. But now people might want Chase Brown over A-Chain. I think people are going to be panicking on A-Chain, but he's fine. TJ said drafted Brendan Rice and Marvel after watching Johnson get knocked the fuck out. Yeah, he ain't gonna be nothing. He ain't gonna be nothing. At least I don't think. He hasn't. I don't think I've seen one like play where Brendan Rice showed out. And he wasn't even that good in college either. Lau said he's liking this team of mine. Well, team of his. Those wide receivers. Pretty fire. Running back solid. QB's solid enough. I like your IDP. Snatched Buda Baker over there. Yeah. Jamie said Brown's team looking elite so far. Nice draft, Brown. Yeah. Yeah, not the Browns, but Brown 11. Oh man, so funny. It's so funny how like for preseason standards, Gabriel probably did better than Shador, but because all like people who don't really know too much, they just focus on the touchdowns and that's it. And Tolan, yeah, I watched it. Bears look good. Said also Leveland, Burden look good. Let's see how they do in the regular season. Yeah, because right now it's the second half, and there's no starters in now, obviously. What's up with B-Rob the Mob? Heard he's up for a trade. I don't know. The thing is like the thing that sucks about like for running backs, they rarely get traded for, like not everybody's CMC, right? I mean, where someone actually like wants to trade for that person. So whether he's up for it or not, on the trading block or not, yeah, it just kind of sucks. Yes, Sal. Everything will just come up under post. It's like one big long feed, and make sure you download the app as well. Because if you don't download the app, you will just get you'll just get email notifications. You want to make sure that you're getting like the app notifications. And Super Bowl picks, or is it too early? I'm gonna say the same teams run it back. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Because like right now, I mean, barring injury, injuries start happening. I mean, then all the monkey wrenches are getting thrown in there. But yeah, I'm gonna say the Chiefs and the Eagles, man. But who knows? Eagles lost some coordinators. Does that make a difference? Like, who knows? And Jamie said nobody's gonna buy B-Rob unless they settle for a 6th or a 7th rounder. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying is like, because like, who trades for running backs? Like it never really happens, and it's definitely not good value. Like when we look at it from a fantasy football like standpoint, it's never a good trade. Like never for a running back. Krosky, yeah. I mean, do they like him that much? Ooh, Brown said Ravens Eagles. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Ravens. I mean, I feel like it's going to be the same. I don't know who's going to be the 4th in that final 4, but it's going to be the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills again. Like I don't know who would be that 4th there. Because I feel like it would not be someone out of the South unless the Jaguars went on an insane run. But I don't think their defense is good enough. Maybe Houston takes B-Rob. Nah. Because even though that like makes sense, it also doesn't, because unless they're going to release Joe Mixon, like that would muddy up the waters way too much. It really would. And like we haven't even heard, like if Joe Mixon's going to miss a year, then that's different. But if he, like right now, we don't even know if he's going to end up on the pup or not. I know he's on the active pup right now, but that means they could remove him from it, and he'll go active in any day. If he ends up going on the reserve pup where he misses 4 games, that's still only 4 games. I don't think they would trade, especially because they've already like traded picks, like, I mean, I know they wouldn't be trading like high picks for him, but they've already like traded picks for next year. So yeah, even though it makes sense, no. And hold on one sec. I got to grab something for Noble. Let me put a quick song on here while I do that. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. You guys want to get in and let me know. TJ, how's this sound? Get in the zone. Was that a little louder? The anal zone. All right. And then for everybody who does not have the green cross next to your name, first off, what are you doing? Don't be the emperor in his new clothes, aka no clothes, but click on this link and join the 420 crew on YouTube. If you get on the superstar tier or higher, you will get 10 entries every single month into the raffles. All right, how about this, TJ? Get in the zone. The anal zone. All right, where is the Marvel? It's got to be close to me because I know Toyota 1 said he picked. You said you picked. Oh, what? I'm definitely changing my pick. Did nobody let me know? What the hell? No. Someone let me know, but I was also busy. That's what it was. All right. Well, I'm removing that pick because the guy at the top of my queue he wasn't even supposed to be there. And I would do this for anybody else. So I got to do it for myself. Okay. But now, oh my gosh, it's so ugly. Could be a touch higher for clarity. Just a scotch. All right, fuck it. Let's see. How's this sound?
Get in the zone.
How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
You bastard.
Okay. King of the shithole now full. What? It's already full? Dude, no way. people don't want it to end. Because I said it's going to be the last one if it doesn't fill today. All right. Dude, Crispy filled it. Okay. All right, fuck it. Well, I mean, if everyone... All right, I'm going to do one more then. Because literally, if it fills today somehow, we'll do another one. But yeah, I got to stop like by tomorrow. That's pretty much what it is. It's just, you know, we're a little bit more than 2 weeks like away, and I know like even the fastest ones are still going to take close to 2 weeks. Okay, so let me go share this everywhere now. Yeah, this one's going to be the 275. Doing these slows, it's going to help. It's going to help. It's getting us closer. 2 of them filled today. That's all I got to do is just like put the pressure to everyone, letting them know. Last one. So here we go. I'll throw it in there. Anybody wants to get in now? No way. Darth Magoo, what up, bro? Are we brothers from another mother? You say you got the same hat? The Master Kush from Grassroots. Love these guys. They always hook me up with the friends and family discount when I see them at any of the trade shows. All right, there we go. Link shared. All right, love it. And Darth Magoo, what? Is it your first time here? YouTube now does it's showing the YouTube usernames instead of the names that people have. And Salsa, what's a typical buy-in dues you'll do for a league? A lot. Most of them are 33 or 55. 55. And then the best ball drafts that I'm always doing on live, those are only $11. Those are like the most fun ones to like get in. And the buy-in, very, very cheap in the grand scheme of things. Dude, there's another trade in the 127. All right. Dude, this new dynasty are getting crazy with the trades. The guy bought a 107 for something and then he sold the 107. Like, what the fuck? So that makes no sense. Like, literally did nothing to like help. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to make my pick in the Marvel here. Nice. See, man, dude, if you fuck with Grassroots, you're in the right place because, like, I mean, stoner culture, right? I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 39 and I've been living this stoner culture for about 20 years. And now I'm just a full-time podcaster. We do most of the stuff I do is around fantasy football, but it's also like, you remember Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, this is this guy. He does this and sells weed. I don't sell weed anymore. You know, you can go, that's my past, but now it's just all about smoking weed. Hey, Frizzil, what up, bro? And Darth Magoo, you into the fantasy football at all, or did you just stumble across and notice I was smoking weed and hang out? Either way, super cool. Yeah, because there's people who follow who aren't even into fantasy football, but they're part of that 420 crew. That's what we call it around here. And TJ said, I'm curious if my last pick is in your queue. Okay. I'm not going to take that long. But I gotta look, see if I missed anything or anyone anywhere. I mean, it is super ugly right now. I mean, we're talking the last round of a 32 man league. But if it's an offensive person, probably not. I'm probably going defense with this last one. I do need to make one final look on offense, though. Yeah, because it is very, very ugly. Yeah, everywhere is ugly. These offensive guys are almost a waste of a pick because they're probably going to be first man off. Yeah, definitely no running backs this far that are going to be worth anything. All right. I got to check a depth chart real quick. Because we're so far down. I got to see where this guy is on the depth chart. Oh, that's yuck. Ooh, hold on. Let's see. Dang it. It's so ugly down here. Yeah, and whoever I pick is probably literally going to be first man off anyways. All right. Come on. I know he could find. There's got to be one diamond in the rough here. There's got to be one diamond in the rough. My last pick was my dart throw. Offense super trash. Let's see. Oh, Kaiser, what? Yeah, it's definitely a dart throw because, like, you know, how much these guys going to play? Since we're in the 6th round, think you can reduce the timer. Wait, what? What do you mean? And where? Oh, we're gonna wait till we get a little bit closer. We're gonna wait till we get a little bit closer in that single QB. So of course, fantasy and bud, nice. I picked 12, couple home leagues. One's a keeper, other redraft. Nice. I've been drafting since mid-March, so there's not too many places you're gonna stumble upon that got the drafting chops like me. I know everything changes, but our drafts are so gangster that I feel like when it comes to like normal drafts is like, I don't know. It's just like a lot easier now. Man. All right. You know what? Wait, hold on. You know what? No, I know what I'm doing. All right. I locked in mine. Super dart throw. It's one that I've even made fun of people for like drafting, but this is also pick. Let me see. This is also pick 556. Oh man, 556. I mean, even our even these best ball drafts, I mean, we only get up to 420 picks, which is awesome because 35 times 12, I don't know if you guys know, is 420. Like everything, there's so many little details about this tournament that I don't even think people realize. Yeah, it's going to be on 4 hours, a little bit longer. We got to get closer. We got to get closer to the end and get to the bench, because there's one person specifically that said if it was a 2-hour timer, he would probably end up autoing a bunch. And Sal said, I keep seeing your content here and there, but I can't open Pandora's box until mid-August. Bro, you got to get out of that, man. Like, if you want to win championships, you can't be doing the bare minimum, bro. Like, you really can't. Like, I mean, there's just a whole world out there of like just people paying attention and playing fantasy football. And if you want to dominate your home leagues, like, you got to be on it, man. You got to be on it. Because even if your friends aren't, can't leave it up to luck. And like drafting is no different than working out. Okay. And I'm not a workout specimen, but let's just use this as an example. Whatever weight you're hitting, let's just say you're starting light and you're hitting 100 pounds at the press. Do you think the very first time that you come up and you hit a set of 10 of that 100, like, it's going to be easier or harder than if you just did it 100 days in a row? I bet if you did it 100 days in a row, you could probably like do it with one hand at that point, psychologically, And I said 1 5 of 6 in my home league last year. So what? 1,000K. So you won $1 million? Like, come on, man. Good. He said, but yeah, let me know. Let me know about that. And you might be a fantasy savant, but if you're a fantasy savant amongst like your crew, that's cool. If you're a fantasy savant amongst the whole world, that's what I'm talking about. But I know a fantasy savant of the whole world, they wouldn't be just jumping back in, mid-August, like, because I'm a fantasy savant and I don't stop. What up, Mark?
What up?
Uh-oh. And you're on the clock in 269, Brown said.
269.
There we
All
go.
right. I'll get there.
69, dudes!
Okay.
Oh, I'm done taking quarterbacks. Fucking beginning of the draft, bro. It's just my teams fucking look stupid.
Well, here's the problem. You just do it in the wrong drafts, at least today. Like, the first thing that I noticed, I was like, damn, why wasn't I in this draft? Like, the whole quarterback run didn't even happen until the 7th or the 8th. Like, usually it's happening in the 5th and the 6th. So people were able to swoop on skill positions in this one compared to other ones.
For sure.
But dude, you got Jared Goff in the 6th. Like, that shouldn't have happened either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm appreciative of the quarterbacks. I mean, Lamar and Goff. I mean, come on.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even notice that. You got Lamar at the 111, bro. What the fuck are you complaining about? Like, he never drops that far. Never. And not never, like maybe he has earlier, like in the year, but like in the last month or so, like I've not seen him.
I've only seen it one time. I remember when like Allen, Lamar, Daniels, Burrow, none of the quarterbacks were taken by the time it got to past like the 8.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase went at like the 1-8 or some shit.
Yeah.
That day.
Crazy. And Ron said, I am though. Oh, he said, I'm with you, Mark. He said different than a typical draft. Yeah. But that's also what's so fun about this tournament, because like if everything was the same every draft, I don't think that we would care about drafting as often, or like as much. But like, since literally everything changes, like nobody has any idea which one of their teams is going to make it, to week 17, let alone be that team that takes it all in week 17.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing my best.
And what Crispy say, clowns were using their drops on their main Lovin' show when I subscribed from the start. I'm trying to decipher what that means, Crispy. Put it in again, because I want to talk some shit about the clowns.
We're using your drops on their man-loving show.
Oh. I still don't know which one he's talking about. Which man? Are you talking about the other guys that I hate?
No, Brown. No. I had and I quote, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, and Bo Nix the other night.
Yeah, that was the best one yesterday, right? That was yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Mark, I can almost guarantee Mark will never have a quarterback room better than he had in that draft yesterday.
There's no way. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson would have to fall for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? To like me have the 12.
I have one dynasty league that I have Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. And man, it feels good. I mean, it feels so good that I just had to brag about it right now for no reason.
Yeah, I got one too. And then I got fucking CNC.
Raider Jack, what up?
What'd
you say? What'd you say?
I got Josh Allen, and then I got Patrick Mahomes, and then CMC, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs.
Nice.
Tyreek Hill, Devontae, Mike Evans.
Nice. The one that I'm so excited about, I won the championship in the startup year, and I'm trying to we're trying to go back to back, and I've never done that. Like started a dynasty and then doubled up. I've won a championship in the first year, but that's still been very seldom in these dynasties. Normally it's second, third year or whatever. But on this team now, I got Josh Allen, Bo Nix, Saquon Barkley, CMC, Brian Thomas, Ladd McConkey, AJ Brown, T Higgins. Like the start, it's insane, man. Fucking insane.
Loaded.
I don't know how. I drafted very well. It was one of those ones where where you in the startup draft, you draft your draft picks. And this was one of those ones where I consciously said, I'm going to draft a bunch of draft picks because I've never done it and see if I can hit and see what happens. So I'm not even, just in my mind, it's not a win now like type of team. Yeah. But then I drafted Bo Nix, Brian Thomas Jr., and Ladd McConkey with 3 rookie picks. And it was like just instantly that. If I didn't draft Bo Nix, I wouldn't have won because I had like the 3 quarterbacks I think that I drafted like in my startup all got hurt, but like he was there. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about this. In this one, I traded a second rounder for Nick Chubb because I had like a handful of extra like second rounders in the rookie because I drafted so many rookie picks, and I drafted Joe Mixon also. So now it was like just like, high insight. Like I was like super smart for doing that. It was last year, and Nick Chubb was nothing except riding my bench all year. But I didn't panic, and I didn't sell him when people tried to buy him, and now I got some insurance.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. Crispy, you tell me, what drops are they using of mine? They're using drops now and copying. Like they're already copying all the leagues, and like they can't even set a draft order without copying the way that I do it. What the hell? What drops are they using over there? We're not going to infiltrate them because they only get like 2 viewers a show. Like we would like triple their numbers just by a couple people going over there.
We're
not trying to blow them up. But yeah, fuck those guys, man. Fucking haters.
Even views that are meant to make fun of you are still views.
Yeah, the algorithm doesn't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't know bad or good views. And Brown said,
no matter what we say in the comments.
Yeah. And Brown said fair, but usually hold off on QBs. Lamar and Goff are nice. Yeah, for sure. But that's why he said, like, he's like, fuck drafting quarterbacks early. That's what he said today. And it's like from back-to-back days.
I'm bitching, and I got fucking Bucky, Breece Hall, and Alvin Kamara at running back.
Yeah.
I still got fire fucking running back.
This is a drop, Frizzil.
69, dudes.
An audio drop. Oh man, commissioner duties. Someone asked me if they could change their pick.
Oh, fuck. It's late enough, right?
For Waller?
Yeah,
Maybe.
relatively. My fucking, I'm gonna have to pull a fucking rabbit out of the hat for the rest of my IDP, goddammit. And I got 3 starting quarterbacks.
Whoa. I need to get that Bill and Ted drop just for you. Whoa. Man, those guys are fucking clowns, man. Just remind them, Crispy, if you ever go over there, just remind them you can always try to duplicate, but you'll never replicate. Fucking losers.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Frizzle said, "Oh yeah, and fuck those guys. Yeah, they're clowns. They're clowns. I'm glad they're not around because I do feel like Ice Cube. You know, when you ditch all the weight and get all those guys who are like trying to like ride your coattails. Like, just glad they're not around because they've like been doing it on their like without me for 2 seasons. I don't even think they have 200 subs on their channel. When like it took me like 11 weeks to get 1,000 subs." When I first started doing this. Let's see it. Raider Jack said, "Has serious question. I feel like a lot of channels use bots, call it out on a game stream, and I got banned. It was on a Sunday on a 2-year-old on what? It was Sunday on a 2-year-old game, 7,000 viewers, but averages 500 if lucky." Yeah, I mean, why people need to try to get like fake clout is like beyond me. Cause like, I don't know, like, I mean, on, I guess I just don't see the benefit of like using the bots and having fake followers and shit. And there's like so many times where I'm approached like, "Would you want to buy 1,000 subscribers or whatever?" You know, and even though it'd be good, even though it would feel awesome to like look at my channel and see like 100,000 subscribers, like I'm the type of first person, like if it's fake and I'm not making money off it, I could give 2 fucks, you know? So I'd rather build it up real and then actually make real money off of like my hard work. So I don't understand those the bot people. Right? Toyota one. You know why these guys don't hang around? Because they can't win no championships around here.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And Chris, I can't remember the others. It's been a while since I was subscribed over there. Good. Fuck those copycatters. And I know I don't have any trademarks on like other people's sounds or anything. But yeah. Like literally everything they do, they're trying to be a carbon copy of me. Why wouldn't you shoot higher than me if I'm like if people who are hating on me? Why wouldn't you shoot for people who are doing like better than me? Why copy me? And Raider Jack says, "So my question is that technology hard to get or just a matter of paying?" Probably just a matter of paying. Who knows? Yeah, I'm not sure. Cause yeah, I've never like taken anybody seriously about like you know, if they ever brought that up, like, you know, just any kind of thing like that, the bots or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just never even listened. And Ron, what up? He said, "Shout out to Steelers Nation, out of the medical tent." Nice. That's what we want to hear. And it said, "Into the Big Apple for a little R&R." Nice. Hell yeah. Shout out Steeler Nation Mike. Yeah, I know that couldn't I'm sure that couldn't have been fun. I don't know how long he was in the hospital, but even more than a few days. I remember the year after COVID, I went to Florida and I got like some kind of like infection, like, and dude, it like totally like fucked me up. Like I was in the hospital for like 7 or 8 days. It was fucking miserable. I almost died. I felt like I could have. And Raider Jackson, I've been rocking with y'all for 2 years, man. I like the authenticity you bring on your friends to the streams, and you have helped out your viewers make money. Even he said the real prevails always. Oh, for sure. Like even those guys who like left because like they're like the reason why they left is because they didn't want to make money like with me. They wanted me to pay them to like come on the stream and just talk. You know, like that's the fun part of everything. That's really legit. Like what the artists say, you know, like the music artists who they're like, yeah, when I actually do a show, when I'm on stage, that's the fun part of my work. It's all the shit behind the scenes. That's the actual work. And nobody ever wanted to do any of that shit. They wanted me to pay them for coming on and just like talking. And like, I don't know. Like, I wonder what world these guys are living in where they think that like even I just get paid for talking. I probably make like, I don't know, maybe like $20 off YouTube advertising for a month. Like for a month, everything else that I make has nothing to do with me talking on a screen. So yeah, it's crazy, man, because being a content creator and actually making money isn't easy. Like those guys, it's so funny. They always shout out the sponsor of their show. And the sponsor of their show is one of the dude's pages where he has his merch. But, you know, for them, it's like, we got this big time sponsor, guys. Want to shout it out. And just because it makes you sound, you know, bigger than what you are. It's fucking hilarious.
That's cute.
Uh-oh. Let me see. So Brown, what did we say about this trade, Brown? Let's see. Here we go. So this was a trade happened yesterday. Side A receives Gibbs, Drake London, and Waddle. Side B receives Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara. And this is a dynasty as well. And the reason why I never make trades like this is because if we boil it down to each specific position or each specific player, there's winning and losing on both sides of this trade.
Yeah. But at face value, you said Gibbs, or you said
Gibbs, London, Waddle is the side A.
Gibbs, London, Waddle, or Chase, DK, Kamara,
Aaron
and Jones.
Yeah.
In a dynasty league.
Yeah.
In a dynasty league, give me, if you're
Before you even say this, here's my thought. I would say 7 out of 10 people will say the Gibbs London side because it's two higher, younger assets, you know, than kind of like, you know, Jamar Chase. I mean, that, you know, this is kind of like all three of those guys for Jamar Chase with some old guys sprinkled in for dynasty. I see the benefit of having both because guess what? If side B wins a championship this year, fuck whatever else doesn't matter. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm just saying, like, he got more assets plus Chase. So that's all I'm saying. But for dynasty, the smart side, I feel like would be Gibbs, London, and Waddle. That's probably the smarter side.
Yeah, in a dynasty for sure.
Big Bando, what up?
What up? I mean, we all knew what side I was gonna pick. I'm taking the Chase side on that one, honestly. Hold
on. How much does Aaron Jones come into play on that, on your decision? I just know you love Aaron Jones. That's why I'm fucking with you. Yes, Toyota won. Let me finish this bowl. And then we're getting over to that. You're the man. All right. He says super chat and just dab time. Let's go. That's my favorite time of the day. Dab 30.
Yes, dab 30, dab 15, dab 30, dab 25. All very good times.
Brazil said with the A-chain injury news, Waddle stock going up. What's crazy is even with that news, they said that nothing is in question as far as like the regular season. But you are correct though.
And then J.S. Myers, look at his team, bro. Look at his fucking running backs. You guys let this happen. Look at this shit. Because
Barkley.
Egg
Oh
came
yeah,
in
yeah.
fourth.
I mentioned that earlier. I was like, damn, Taylor went in the third. Like, what happened there? But you look at it. Oh, you know what it was? Here's what it was. Patrick Mahomes in the second. Because, well, actually, now he's gone in the second a bunch, but he went in the fourth earlier this morning. Like, he's like third round a lot. And let me go just double check Toyota One and mark him down over here. Toyota One, you the man. Appreciate you and all your super chats, bro.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get
Why
you
don't
marked
remind him
down.
what he's throwing them super chats in for.
Let me pull it up here. Let me hold on. Okay, so here we go. Mark the smart guy. Of course, I always forget to remind people. Maybe people don't know what the fuck the raffle is going to be on September 4th. It is going to be on opening day. So I got 2 Snipe City shirts, double X. There's two giveaways right there. So we're going to have at least 5 things. I'm going to try to get some other things in the mix as well. But the big timers, we got the Andrew Van Ginkel signed jersey. We got the Tyreek Hill signed jersey. We got a Bijan Robinson mustard signed jersey, and it is the Texas colorway. So all these raffles are going to happen during the game. So you want to be here to find out if you won. I mean, I will reach out, but it's way more cool if you're like hanging out while we're talking about this shit and you like witness yourself win, you'll like shit yourself and go through the roof.
Absolutely. I'm going to go crazy on the live when I win. The fucking I'll be happy with any one of them, honestly.
And Ron said there's no question the shit is real. Alex is a real baller. He ain't out here just for a buck. Said the dude's in it for the experience of the players. Yeah, for sure. And like I could do a lot of things for money, and like in the grand scheme of things for a lot of years, I definitely could have done way more things for money, because there was a couple years where I was building this up, where I was legit contemplating going and getting a job, or it was using or like living off my credit cards for like a couple months. And I chose to live off my credit cards for a couple months, a couple years back to back. And like last year was the first year I didn't have to live off my credit cards in the off season. It was a crazy feeling. Like it took a lot of years to get it to that point, but I just knew that I had to stay the course and that it would pay off. Because if I would have went and added a distraction into my life that deterred me from everything that I'm doing, just slows momentum. And I'm glad that I didn't. Because I'm sure I could be doing a lot of things to make more money than what I am. But I actually love doing this. Like I love playing fantasy football. Like it's actually like a dream that I'm working from home and I'm fucking building up a business around like pretty much my favorite hobby, and that I'm able to include so many people in my favorite hobby and like give people experiences that they never would have had if they didn't meet me.
Yeah.
What Hawk fans say? Why the fuck did he take my backup QBs? He said I had zero value for him and fucked me over. You know what? I mean, that's just that's kind of it's a little bit part of the game. Now make sure people don't get their best record, their best score.
And Callie's not even in here, bro. So you just got it rough tonight.
Yeah, usually he's the guy doing it on Burbage. Raiders, Jackson, Aaron Jones has been that dude. Won championships with Aaron Jones. 2019. 2019. I won a championship on the back of Lamar Jackson and Aaron Jones. It's a dope ass fucking team, man. Literally, I don't even remember who else I had. I know I had other ballers. Oh, I had Darren Waller. That was another one. Free agent pickup, 2 weeks before the season started. That was the year. That was the year to have him. And dude, Jones scored like 19 touchdowns that year, and like everybody knows what Lamar Jackson did in that 2019 season.
You won the MVP.
Hell yeah. Oh, no way. Big Bando said I had my first dynasty, and he said I'm gonna need Cam Ward to ball out. Oh man, first dynasty, and you put it all on Cam Ward's shoulders, bro. Yeah, right. Some big pieces in that trade. He said I'm really high on London. This is Brown talking about that trade. Jones and Kamara getting older. Yeah, you ain't lying. He said makes my team much younger. Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. You know, like I don't know the scope or schematics like of your guys' squads and how, like, you know, what this did to like make, you know, you guys contenders or whatever. But it was probably a trade between two. Like even if you guys aren't contenders, I bet it was a trade like that between two playoff teams that like had to get good players back in return, or they wouldn't have made a trade. Because like you guys did, it wasn't like someone trading old players for youth or like top end players for draft picks or anything like that. So I just assume that both of you guys are like going for it in that league.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong having Gibbs and London. You know what I'm saying? And who was the other guy? Waddle.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna go wrong there. You know what I mean? It just like in my eyes, you gave up 4 starters for 2 starters. That's how I looked at it, though. But I play Dynasty like I play fucking redraft leagues too. So you can't take.
That's definitely opinion. 3. That's definitely 3 starters. That's 4 starters for 3 starters. Okay, all those guys would be.
How big the rosters are.
I mean, well, this is in a league that I host, so it's 10 starters. So those guys, everybody in that trade's a starter.
Okay.
Unless you have insane depth and maybe like one of them's like, you know, but I just feel like all 7 of those guys in that trade are going to be starters because you like either way, no matter what, like let's say even one of those guys was a bench guy, the person who traded away the 4, like you still traded away 3 starters, you know, so you're still bringing back 3 starters. Well, and for that person who's getting it, he probably is. I mean, I bet just off of projections, like it's going to be hard to keep Waddle out of your starting lineup. This one plays 3 flexes and a super flex and has 3 starting wide receivers.
Oh yeah, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you could. Sure. I mean, if you ran with only 1 QB, you could start 7 wide receivers. If you run 2, you know, then the max is 6. But like some people are rocking 6 wide receivers, you know, in their starting lineups.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Raider Jack said, man, little by little, 1% every day. Glad you made it out. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I still have, it's not like I don't have debt, but now like I don't have to take on like thousands of dollars of debt to pay bills and shit like that. Like that's literally what I had to do during those couple years. And, you know, we're talking years after COVID, you know, 22, 23, those were like the years. Well, I mean, really ever since COVID, it was like every year since then. Luckily during COVID, you know, I mean, there were certain bills that you had to pay, but a lot of like, I don't know, even like my car note, like I just kept pushing that back, you know, because of COVID and shit. And I just made a fat lump sum when it actually like came in. But yeah, COVID, the good old days.
I made a lot of money during COVID.
I didn't make a lot of money during COVID, but I did. That's where all of this started. And there's some relationships that came from people literally just finding me on Facebook. I mean, shit, you're one of those people finding me on Facebook or finding me in the YouTube chat, you know, and just crazy. So
yeah, I joined that your Facebook group and it was on and popping from there.
Yeah.
Your league was like the 4th league I joined that year.
There you go. Big Bando, Cam Ward's my QB, RBs or Irving, Brown, Cook, Connor. I mean, you're good there. Wide receivers, Neighbor, Puka, DJ Moore, tight end Laporta. What should I do here? I mean, you're lucky it's a single QB league because you could probably trade for a QB. Like just trade, use one of your draft picks, use a 2nd rounder or something, you know, for next year, or a 3rd rounder. Try a 3rd rounder because sometimes if someone has 3 or 4 QBs, they might just give one up for a next year's 3rd. I would do something like that. And yeah, hopefully you have deep benches so you can actually like what what Cali Jam was saying, watch your backups. I mean, he was talking about during the draft, but literally in a single QB league like that, just going and picking up people's backups who you think are like injury prone, like this where the starters are kind of injury prone, just doing that, maybe adding a couple of those guys, because if that quarterback gets hurt, you can use that player or you can leverage that player in a trade if there's nobody else to pick. I remember a couple years ago, I got a third rounder for Mason Rudolph, and it was because it was during that crazy QB injury, year where like every QB was hurt, and I just stuck to my guns on the third rounder, and it like literally came down to like 20 minutes before the game. I was like, dude, I don't care if Mason Rudolph never plays again. I'm not giving him up to you for less than the third rounder. And then he finally did it because he needed to win that game. He lost that game. Who knows? That's what it comes down to. People don't want to lose, and one game could be the difference. And Raiders Jack said, I like it. Get Connors back up. Trey Benson. Yeah. And Trey Benson, from what I'm hearing, Trey Benson, he might have more of a role than we think. Not just being a handcuff, but being like a backup like Tony Pollard was when Zeke's there. Like that's like the best like type of comparison I can make. Like a running back that you could start even if the starter starts. Like I feel like there's going to be a couple guys this year that
David Montgomery.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, right now is David Montgomery. Exactly. Not too many running backs fall into that category where they can hold their own like flex value. But Trey Benson might be a sneaky one like that. Like whether you have Connor or not in a redraft, I'm trying to get Trey Benson with one of my bench picks. Not saying he's going to be like Chase Brown was last year, but even if he could like make it into your flex spot, be a guy during like crazy bye weeks, that you throw in there. Like those guys are valuable. Should I move a first for A. Richardson in a future second? Okay. Anthony Richardson? Fuck no. That specific situation? Fuck no. When I'm talking about moving, like, you're not going to get a Lamar Jackson, a Burrow. You're not going to get any of those top guys. But you got to go look, like, don't even put a name in your head, okay? Like, don't say, I want to get this player, and this is who I'm going to go after. That's wrong. You need to go look at every single team. Look at who has 3 and 4 quarterbacks. There might be one person who has 4 quarterbacks. There might be like 2 or 3 people who have 3 quarterbacks. You need to scout those teams, and then from there, you pick who is not their best quarterback, because they're not going to give you that for like a second or third rounder. Look for like who's their backup or who's their third. And if that person is better than Cam Ward, give up a next year's second or third round for that person. Not Rodgers. Don't do it for that. Like don't go that low. We're talking a little bit higher than that. You got to find somewhere in the middle, of those guys.
You would put like a Goff or Dak type Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, that would really just depend on like that. They got to have like 3 quarterbacks if they're going to give up one of those. Because like those are still, those might not be the top end quarterbacks, but like those aren't like, like they're no slouches. Like maybe Goff because he doesn't run, like maybe he's in that mix. But and they also can't be super young. Like maybe a CJ Stroud, maybe someone, would move off of them. But like you can't go out and try to do that for a Caleb unless someone really hates Caleb. They're probably going to want more than you want to get.
You're going to get CJ Stroud for a second, though.
No, I mean, probably not. Probably not. Because he's young, though. Like, it's like you got to find, like, I don't know. You want to get someone cheap, like, go get Tua. Go get him. Like, it's ugly as fuck. Ugly as fuck, but it's like, it's possible. It's possible. And Raider Jack said, I don't like Puka, but half the NFL fans high on him. I don't know if I like him because his aggressive injury risk playing style, or because he screwed me in 2023, or the fact that he mentioned retirement already. He mentioned retirement already? Interesting.
I'll punch him right in the fucking face. Gotta wait till after this goddamn season.
Brown said, "Yep, 2 contending teams and no futures traded. I have the other young RBs. Also hoped Waddle has a breakout again or Tyreek gets traded." Okay. Yeah, Richardson, the big avoid, that's for sure. And Frizzo, how many QBs should you draft in a single QB? I say 2. Redraft 2. He was talking about a dynasty. So, like in a dynasty league, even a single QB, all the quarterbacks are still taken. You know, they're on someone's bench.
For sure.
And Frizzle said, how do we get into a dynasty league again? Well, shit, if you're in this chat, all you say is, Huss, I want to get into a dynasty league. And I'll say, I got a super flex offense only starting right now for $30. If you want in, I'll shoot the link. And yeah, we got one, and it might be the last one. I don't know. Like these dynasties, they take like 7 to 10 days. So like a lot faster than the best ball. So I'm probably going to, fill those for like a week more. Raider Jack said,
Are we done putting slow drafts out for the tournament?
Yeah. I'm about to put one out right now. I thought because another one just filled. So this is going to be the last one. Unless it fills tonight. So I'm just putting the same disclaimer that if this one fills tonight, I'll start another one. But if there is no, yeah, and I totally forgot I was gonna post it, but then I got high. But it's because we just filled that other one now. So this is the 275. 275.
Hell yeah.
And I just threw the link in there. I'm going down the list right now. If we fill this one tonight, I'll fill another one. And it's funny because like when I say that, like, oh, this could be the last one, everyone joins like fucking crazy. I should have just been saying this is the last one since March, and then we would have like filled 1 million of these things.
No shit.
It's funny how people's brains work though. Because like people have the fear of missing out.
Yeah. It took me so long to figure out what FOMO meant.
I was like, what the fuck is FOMO, bro?
And then some fucking like 11-year-old said, okay, boomer, it means fear of missing out.
Oh man.
I've never wanted to put hands on an 11-year-old so bad in my life.
Did you fucking educate me, kid? That's hilarious.
I've spent more time on the toilet than you've been alive, motherfucker.
All right, made my picks in the 265. There we go. All right, let me make my way down here. And then I saw someone asked for a grade. Don't worry, going to get to that. If there is anybody else who wants a grade, feel free to throw it in. I'm just making my way, sharing the slow draft link. It's crazy, though. When the slow drafts stop, we're like so close to the season now.
Bro.
We are so close.
We're getting there.
I'm on the clock in another one. So I don't like doing the slow drafts. I got so much shit going, it's hard to keep up. Oh, shit. Maybe not. I've only been on the clock for 4 minutes here. Actually, I guess I'm pretty on it. All right. Oh, this is the one where you're the 12 spot, 244.
Oh, so I'm about to be on the clock then?
Yeah. Who are you planning on picking? I promise I won't pick them.
I don't know yet. We'll see. How many IDPs do I got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Probably fair to say I'm probably going to go that way. Damn it. I want to pick Devin White here, bro, but DeForest Buckner is screaming my name at the last draft. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I got to take DeForest Buckner with the last pick of the draft. next to the last pick of the draft. My bad.
Well, I'm surprised that this guy made it back because we're in round 17 here. And I've only got 2 IDP.
Probably 1 or 2 at best.
All right. There we go. Locked in my guy. So now it's on you. All right. Let me continue posting here. And 2 are worth it. It depends on what, but yeah, and I think you put that in at the same time. Said, heck no, too big of an injury risk. It's like with CMC. If it's not an if, it's when. Yeah.
Yeah.
If CMC has a CMC year, I'm winning that 32-man league.
Yeah, I got CMC and Kamara in a 32-man league.
Yeah. Danny said, I'm ready for Kyle Pitts to break my heart again. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's not an if, that's a win.
Kyle Pitts is the guy who nobody thought was going to make it till. What do you mean?
When did he make it?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody thought that he was going to make it. See, if, like, okay, I'm not a GM, nor do I claim to be, but I swear that I am smarter than some of these GMs. If the 49ers, I know that this would never happen, but if they moved up and then they just came to their senses and they were like, you know what? Fuck, we can't pick Lance with this pick because he sucks balls.
Yes.
And they just like pivot. I know that they're probably going to pick a QB, right? Because like you don't trade away 3 first-round picks to not take a QB. But I swear, if they would have taken Kyle Pitts with that 3rd pick instead of Lance, and they would have just ran with Jimmy and Jimmy didn't get hurt or anything, they would have won a Super Bowl. Because what's the reason why they didn't fucking win the year before? Because they couldn't fucking score and move the ball. They didn't have enough weapons. And but yeah, trading 3 first-round picks for Kyle Pitts, no, it wouldn't have been the thing. Especially hindsight, now everybody thinks that Kyle Pitts sucks. It's not the system that sucks. But yeah, 49ers should have listened to me, man. I said it.
Yeah.
Like Raiders Jack said, like Michael Jordan said, fuck them kids.
Lalo
Lyle. It was Lyle who did. It was Lyle and Hawk fan. Okay, that's who it was. All right. Who was first? Did you say it first? You may have. I have Hawk fan is down first. And Raider Jack dude 28-3. Coach has the biggest ego at the end of the land. He said maybe second to Kanye West. Who'd you pick? Ray Davis and Quay Walker. Not too shabby. No way. Well, here's one of the reasons why I love these slow drafts, because I just got Nick Chubb. Everybody missed him, including me, until now.
I for sure did. Wait, no,
everybody did. Everybody did, because he's been getting drafted higher than the 18th, even in the slow drafts. But sometimes people just fucking miss people. I totally missed him until now. There we go. Sure. Nice. See, and I didn't have to because I didn't only have 60 seconds. I had a second to look and look again and look again. That felt good. I'm treating myself to a bowl for that one. All right.
I want to lock down my last IDP player.
I'm glad that I didn't start the slow drafts with me being in them earlier. It may have hurt. It may because I just would have done way too many is what I feel like. That's also another thing is I want to draft in every draft, also so I'm literally that addicted. I have to force myself not to.
Yeah.
And know that I'm willing at any time to give up, as long as the race hasn't been done, I'll give up my pick, almost anytime. There's been a couple times where I'm just, monkeys on my back and I got to draft. And so I won't give up the spot, but there's more often than not I told myself I'm only drafting if I fill up 2 drafts, and I'll be in the second one.
Yeah.
Like force myself to fill that second one because I'm not drafting if we don't fill the second one. So that's my motivation for filling up 2 drafts a lot of times as well. There have been times where I filled 2 and I didn't even get to draft in one of them because people like too many people came in. I was like, fuck, just take my spot.
Yeah.
And I hope it's like that next year where I need to fill 3 drafts before I could draft in one of them. All right. Crispy said, why don't you just crown yourself? I should be Nick Chubb in the 18th round. I mean, I'll give a hat tip to you guys. Little wave. Woo! Go back out and stand in front of the dugout and give everybody big fist in the air.
Crispy, why they got me beating you by 20 in week 1 in this one, bro?
Oh man, which one? What number?
The one we just drafted. This one right here.
Oh, this one. Let me go see. I never look at the matchups. This will be the first time that I do. Oh wait, and I'm not even in this one. The fuck am I talking about? Guess I still haven't looked at any of the matchups. Because yeah, there's been some people who are like, Huss, I got you in the first game. Like, all right.
Yeah, we play each other like probably 5 or 10 times.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't pay attention, especially in best ball. I just like going through and looking at my record. That's it. Like, I mean, there will be times where I'm going through and if anybody wants to be involved who's in a lot of these leagues, one of the things that I'm going to be trying to find weekly is the highest scoring teams. And like a lot of these weeks, I mean, it's going to be teams that are over like 410, 420, for like the super, super high teams. And then I really want to find like either some of the biggest blowouts or some of the big, and it's probably not going to be biggest blowouts. I really want to find the games that are like hella close, like games that are like 5 points or less, and if we can find ones that are 1 point or less, I mean, that's really what I'd like to find. I'm sure they'll be out there. I just won't have enough time to go look through 12 matchups times 300 leagues. I just won't have the time. But I know Crispy's going to help out with some. I don't know if you'll have any time where you could throw down, Mark. Brown, I'm going to say the same thing for MN Digger. Pretty much anybody who has like 80 leagues or more. If you could just, go through those just a little bit, I bet we could find some like pretty crazy matchups throughout the weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you.
And Hawk fan said, what league did you get Chubb in the 18th? Am I in on it? 244. Without looking, I'm not sure who's in on it besides Mark and Gronky Kong, because those are the bread to my sandwich. Brown said it would take me a full day to review all my matchups. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't need to go through all of them. We just need to go through a small little percentage because there's going to be overlap. Like as many leagues as you're in. I mean, Crispy's in them. I am. I mean, but I'm not going to be able to check that many. Mark's in a bunch. MN Digger. So there's going to be a lot of overlap. We just got to like find those. Like if we could find 3 games a week that are like 2 points or less, that'd be dope to shout out.
So you guys check it out. You guys do the 125 and below, and I'll do the 125 and above because I'm in pretty much all of them from the 125 on.
Yeah,
I've missed a few here and there, but not a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I started drafting in the tournament in the 125, so
you should definitely ask guys to submit to you how super late round picks broke lineups and won each week for them. Yeah, like I think that that's gonna have to be a thing. I got to figure out how to get that out to people. Because, I mean, I could go and post it in every single league, but that just kind of gets pretty tedious. We got to get people to pay attention. Like, that's what it is. Like, I know everybody here is paying attention and going to be paying attention, more than the average bear. But, yeah, it's getting like, you know, like 100 people like us to like pay that close attention, you know, instead of just like a couple dozen of us. Totally pitted. What up? What part of Jamaica? Right near the beach, boy. It said if I had a dog as ugly as you, I'd shave its butt, make it walk backwards.
You're killing me, Smalls.
And Hawkfan said, I hope not. I'd be pissed. Let's see. Let's go see. Now, just because if you're pissed, you know, let me go check. Nope. You are not in this one, Hawkfan. Totally pitted. How about I draw a line down the center of your head and make it look like a butt? It's funny because I have different quotes from these movies.
Psycho man, what you smoking?
And Cool Runnings, man. And third one, really curious how many points my team can score. It's just cool to get the high points for a week. He said right now, I think I have like one team over 300. But doesn't put your best in yet. Well, yeah, and also like until IDP starts scoring, like I bet you could go look at some of your defense, and even your ones over 300 have IDP that have 0 points, you know, potentially.
Yeah. I haven't been able to crack 300 yet. I keep getting 298, 299. I can't get none of mine to fucking project over 300. But there's been a bunch of them where if they would have put my highest scoring projected players in there, then it would have been over 300.
Yeah, and then just to give an idea, because I mean, projections are always kind of the same. Maybe they get a little higher as things go on because of like the IDP side of things, but offensive projections, you know, somewhat stay very, very similar throughout the year. Maybe not exactly the same, but you know, there's not like a quarterback right now that's projected for 10 points that's going to be projected for 30 points later in the season. You know, it's never going to be anything like that. But just to give people an idea,
unless Richardson starts going off.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So the highest 4 scoring teams last year, okay, in week 17. And this is the exact same scoring and like everything. 487, 485.78, 485.57, 482.70. So like just to give you guys an idea, and we could go down a list of all the 400s, but those 4 were just on a different level. It jumps from there to 445, 444, 441, and like literally almost ticks down like all the way, just with a couple points like difference, like all the way down to 371. If you scored 371 last year in week 17, you were in the money. And there's going to be even more winners this year than last year. So, but just to give an idea of what those championship squads were scoring, had to be at least 370 to be in the money. And on a week-to-week basis, there's a shitload of teams scoring 400 points as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And Brown said, yeah, I don't understand why either. It doesn't order the IDP correctly. The projections are a joke. And though, because you're automatically not going to be projected high if you draft a starting QB as third. Yeah, exactly. And so that's something that, you know, you got to just take the projections with a grain of salt. You know, it's never on the offense, on defense, like it's all not right. When I think I hit 472 or something like that 1 week, but injuries made my teams fall off. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Because that's what's cool about best ball. Your best players are playing. You know, it's very hard to be a 100% correct start and sit manager. Like, I don't give a fuck how good you are or anything. Because if you have good teams, you're going to have tough decisions to be made. And sometimes you might leave a guy on your bench who goes off and sucks. I've been there.
Yeah, I love it. I love those posts you see on Facebook where, oh, I thought this dude was playing the worst defense in the league was going to go off, so I set my fucking stud, and then my stud goes off for 1,000 points, and now, and then this guy got a goose egg, and now I'm looking like an idiot.
Yeah, And I think,
Start your studs.
well, it's a yes. It's a yes and no with the start your studs because it depends on what type of league. Let's just start it there. But
Yeah.
it's also you gotta ride these waves. Also, like if it's a stud who hasn't performed in like 7 or 8
Well,
weeks, like there's a certain time when that guy's just like not a stud anymore. But I feel like even that people still have the name. Whoever the names are, it's hard to get certain values out of your head with just because of the name.
For sure. Like, well, yeah, I mean, that's that in that certain situation for sure. You would definitely want to back off of them. They wouldn't be considered a stud no more if they ain't going off. But if they're doing their thing like they're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna not start Jamar Chase because he's playing a good defense and fucking your Roma Doomsday is playing a shitty defense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you also know why in my league, start your studs isn't a thing because we don't play in these basic ass leagues where you only can start like 7 people. Like that's also one of the biggest things why people even have to get cute about like starting your best players because like you can only start 3 running backs at most, or you can only start 3 wide receivers, at most.
Yeah.
Which people got to get out of these basic ass leagues. Like that's really all that it is. It's
like with these, you're not like you're not gonna have to worry about who to. Well, these are best ball. You know what I'm saying? But leagues this size, you ain't gonna have to worry about starting your studs because if you got that many goddamn studs on your team, you got to worry about who to start. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a very good problem to have.
Yeah, and Toyota One said stacked teams are the hardest to set for sure. They really are. They really are.
Absolutely.
But I'd rather have champagne problems, than any other kind of problems with fantasy.
Boxed wine problems, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fucking boxed wine.
Yeah. Man, I think we are gonna have to come up with some kind of segment like something around that, like who's the champagne player of the week, and then who's the boxed wine, player of the week, who's the Mad Dog 2020 player of the week, like who's the old E player of the week.
I threw up a little bit when you said that.
I'm sure we could get real, because a lot of people get nostalgic over that and they might get that, nasty taste in their mouth, just like you got. Yeah, if we start mentioning any kind of thing about Jose Cuervo, man, like I'll just start getting queasy.
Vodka, bro. Vodka.
Bro, I cannot drink vodka anymore. Like it's too many times of drinking bad vodka and too much, and also but like mixing it. Like that's really what it is, being a dumbass who doesn't know how to drink, when I'm like 19, 20, 21, whatever, and like just like mixing shit. I remember one time I'm probably drinking, not probably, I am drinking tequila. We're drinking Patron all day. But because I was already drunk and someone gave me a drink and they mixed vodka with purple drink. And that was during the Dave Chappelle time where he had that, I want that purple stuff. And so I just like drank it and it was like a whole bunch of vodka like in there. And then I was puking for fucking 24 hours after that.
I guarantee it.
And now I just, I like literally I've regurgitated vodka, like shots of vodka, like just like, not really understanding like how much like my body rejects it. Now I understand, but back then I did not. Bro, who's the King Cobra of the week? Oh man. See, that was dude, what I'm someone who, when I got off the school bus, I went to my grandma's house. Like my parents fucking worked, like they picked us up from my grandma's house. And I remember my uncles who were probably like 20 years older than me. These motherfuckers were drinking King Cobra with dinner, just regular ass dinner. And like, I don't know nothing about nothing when I'm that young or what King Cobra, like I know it's beer, but like, as you get older and you realize like, that's like the scummiest of the scumbag beer, like, cause you only got $1. This is like an the 90s. You only got $1 to spend on beer, and like that's what you're gonna get. Never. Oh, what's the Cisco of the week? And maybe we can get the different version. Instead of the bong song ones, we'll get a thong song drop in there for the Cisco. For the Cisco of the week. Oh man. Yeah. And it'll have to be like, I'm even trying to think, and sorry, Hawk fan, I know I might be edging you over there right now. He's got your team up and I haven't even talked about it for not even 1 second yet. But bear with me, we're getting there. Has to be something like you don't want to play this person like at all. Like you really don't, because it's ugly. But you got to do what you got to do. Like that's like that would be the King Cobra like play of the week or like some shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
And does King Cobra even exist anymore? Because I feel like we have to do it around brands that still exist. Because what if we go viral because of one clip sometime and we get a sponsorship from them or something? As long as you got to pay me in dollars, though, I don't want no product, man. We might talk about it, but I ain't drinking it.
Unless you're gonna give me a shitload of product and then let me give it back to you on consignment, then maybe, but no.
And Raiders Jack said, "How you guys like my fantasy name? Booty ETN in Jigbas." Oh man, I forget what did Jamie say that his team name was called? Was it ETN? It was ETN the booty, eating the booty. And he said that like someone complained and like the commissioner asked him to like change his name because someone got offended.
That wow.
So I don't know if it was a woman that got offended or if it was a man that got offended. I'm just like making up these stories like in my head, like trying to like think of like what happened.
Like try to figure out who would be offended by that.
Yeah.
Like they were definitely drafting from their safe space, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like guaranteed.
And all it made me think of was Me, Myself, and Irene, where they're watching the Chris Rock special. And he was like, having your salad tossed means having your asshole eaten out with jelly or syrup. I prefer syrup. And that whole skit is so fucking funny. If you go watch the entire, I can't remember if that's the Bigger and Blacker or the one that's after that. And I can't even remember the one named after that. But that shit's funny. He was like, he was like, you want to make a kid get scared straight, send him to prison with the tossing salad guy. It's like, they will be scared forever. Oh man. And I got Raiders Jackson. I quit leagues for less. Yeah, man, you can't like tell someone to change their name. Like, remember in the league, when like fucking Kevin's trying to get Ruxin to change his name because it was like taking a shot like at him or whatever, and then Kevin went in and changed it, and then they like went back and forth on on all the like fake names or on the names that they were making up. That was ridiculous. And I know all that was improv, and that shit was hilarious. And Raiders Jack, I won't judge you off your muscles or your money, but I will judge you for that. Right? Yeah, like who got offended by that? Because he said it was spelled like just like you spelled it, like you used the players' names, you know, like that's all you're doing. You're being creative with the players' names. You're not changing it around.
Booty, bro. That's fucking classic, bro. I'm definitely got stolen for sure.
Satelliter said church league. Well, I don't think Jamie's in a church league, but yeah.
I don't think the church is gonna allow Jamie in its doors.
No. And like I feel like if there's a church fantasy football league, like those are the real like degenerates within that church, you know. Absolutely. Like I don't think it's like in the league where it's like, you know, it's like the Mormons, but they're on fantasy football and their whole cult is built around their league. I don't think it's like that. And Toad, I never heard of never heard of that before, even fantasy football as well, because I would have said deuces to that league. Yeah, I don't know the whole backstory of that league, but yeah, that's if you can't even handle my name, I probably there's just no paying attention to it because I wouldn't even want to shit talk in that league. I'd probably get fined for it or something.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
And Big Bando, would you trade a future first for Tua? No. You know why? Because I got him for a second in a super flex league. That's why I wouldn't trade him for a first. Because like if you find a guy who like doesn't like Tua, and a lot of people don't like Tua, you can get him for a second. Unless it's like a starter for the person, you know, and I'm you're talking about a single QB league. So like you should be able to get him with for a second, like no problem. And maybe a player like Raider Jack said, but I'd stick tough on the second. It's a single QB league. Like a lot of times you can't even get a second rounder unless it's like a top guy. And you're going for, I don't know, a lower half like guy. I mean, I don't even know where Tua falls in on most people's projections.
You're like the lower end of mid. Tua's like the lower end of mid quarterbacks.
Right? You go like 2 quarterbacks below Tua. It's like you're at the bottom of the barrel.
With upside, because Tua does have upside. You know what I mean? If he stays healthy, he's got upside.
If he stays healthy, I'm going to have a bunch of teams compete. Because I know I got him as my second and third in a handful of these best balls where I put off the second or third QB.
Me too.
Well, yeah. Other than the last two, it's so funny. It's like so far from you. It's like literally only the last 2 drafts that you've ever gone crazy on QB. Where you're like, I know, so long for me. Like, oh man, dude. If those teams go far for you, though, I'm gonna laugh because you don't like them because of the skills positions that you got. But I also said the teams that are gonna make it far are going to be teams that we don't like. Like when we just think about it, like we think we had a bad draft or like whatever, you know, because this one, it's all in the fate of the fantasy football gods at this point. You draft and that's it. You don't do shit. Doesn't matter if you pay attention or not pay attention. Doesn't matter anything. Like come week 14, if you're in the top 20, you're in top 4. I just got a message that said 20. If you're in the top 4 of your league, you just punch that ticket, man, and anything's possible from there. Anything's possible.
Yes, sir.
And last year, man, just for me, I only drafted 20 teams out of 1,704 teams. This year I've drafted over 100 teams because I felt so bad that all my teams failed in week 16. They all flopped in week 16. No tickets did I punch to week 17. And fuck that. It was just like when I went on, I won a championship in 2012. I won a championship in 2010, 2012. And then it was like I competed in 2013. This is when I played in only like 2 leagues. And then 2014, I got into, I was in 4 leagues total. I went to the championship in 3 of them. And I lost all 3. And like in my head, I was like, yeah, I'll win at least one of these. And it was bullshit, man. Jay Cutler, I had him on my squad and he got benched for week. What up, Celtics fan? He got benched for week 16. And that's like screwed my teams. And I was in like the worst place fantasy football wise for a couple years. And then I finally said, fuck it. I'm joining more leagues because I'm going to win a championship every fucking year. And I'm going to play in enough leagues where I'm going to give myself enough chances to where I'm going to be able to win no matter what. And like ever since 2017, I won a championship every single year. And it's not stopping. I play in too many leagues and got to go hard. And this year, over 100 teams in this tournament. I'm shooting for that 10,000.
Yeah,
everyone is.
I've never played a full year and not won a ship. You know what I mean? I went. I missed a couple years though. You know what I mean? I was off the past few years.
Yeah, man. The only year I missed was ever since I started was 2009, and that was because I went to I didn't go to prison. I went to jail, but it was from like July to I think November, and so my friends weren't cool enough. Like my friends didn't do anything to try to involve me, and then they tell me after. Like I don't even know why they told me after. They're like, "Yeah, we were like thinking like so hard, like we should start a fantasy football league and get you guys involved." Or get you involved. And I was like, yeah, but you didn't. So why are you telling me?
No shit.
I hate
I
when people
thought
do
about
stuff
putting
like
money on your book, bro, but
yeah.
well, you can just stop right there, bro, because you didn't.
There's a
Fucking
reason
didn't.
why there's a reason why none of those motherfuckers are around right now. That's for sure. And Toyota One says, especially with the possibility of a 10K purse for grabs, says it's a no-brainer to have a shitload of teams. So I'll tell you right now. So we've filled. So what are we on right now? 268. So what have we also filled? Actually, we've kind of hit a point where we've caught up. So I've filled and all the way up to 271. And then actually, and 272 filled. I don't know if everybody's paid yet. But so we filled 272 so far. So we only need 28 left to go. And hold on, how many days? And we got 18 days. 18 days left. So let me see how many. Let's see how many weekends. I mean, we're at the end of the weekend right now. But so next week, 23rd, 24th. So we'll assume that we're going to get 2 extra there. So that means we need 8 more. And then we got the weekend after that. So we'll knock 2 more off. So that'd be 6 more. And then we got Labor Day. So we might be able to get, multiple drafts on Labor Day. So let's say we get an extra one in there. So that's 5 left. I feel like we could get 5 extra just on the last day to make it get to 300.
And I already called fucking Leonidas in the goddamn 300 league, bro. That's my team name. I'll fight you over it. You're gonna just go ahead and send me that league now. That way I can change my team name to it.
I feel, man, what's gonna be tough is it's only gonna be gangsters in that one. Like, because I feel like we could like already like fill that right now, like in advance. I don't want to because I want to like, we're not taking our pedal off the metal. Like we don't score until we score, so
sure.
we're not. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but the whole plan is coming to fruition. And really, what happened? I don't remember what month it was. I could go back and I'll find out. But I was like, dude, we only got this many days. And we're like this far away from 300. There's like no chance in hell that we're going to be able to make this by only doing 1 draft a day. And that's when I was like, we got to double up on the weekends. And that'll like help chip. Like it'll help chip here and there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go hard for these last couple weeks. We got to get it. We're so goddamn close. We are so goddamn close.
Bro, we can start hitting 2 days if we need to.
Well, I mean, we have. Really what it comes down to is like, it's like, do I want to stress myself out over filling a second one or not? Like, that's what it all kind of comes down to.
I feel that it stresses me out too. I be staring the shit out of it everywhere.
Yeah. And like, so like
these leagues that I be posting shit in are probably getting annoyed with it.
I know people are getting pissed at me because like they've literally said it. Like, so I have to try to remember. Like in the best ball leagues, that's why I always repost there, because like I know no one's gonna get mad there. It is what it is. But I don't try to post it in all the other leagues like as much because like it's tough. But I post shit out on Facebook and like salute everyone who hates me for sending them text messages, about the drafts coming up. Because it's it's how we fill it up sometimes. Because I'm sure that there's times where I send it to people and like, fuck, I don't want to draft. But then there's times where I send it to people and they give me a $5 tip because they're like, I wanted to draft so much. Like, thanks. I needed this. Yep, sleeper. And what up? All right.
No, I didn't say
I
that,
tried it
man.
once. I remember 250 was the benchmark, and now it looks like the quest for 300. Yeah, because so last year we had 142, and just in my we didn't even double. I don't think from so like the first year it doubled, like started at 10 divisions. Next year it jumped up to 21. That's when it was still all slow drafts, and then the next year after that, that's when we started earlier, and it fucking took off like crazy. Like that year we went from 21 to 74, so that was like nuts. And then the next year we made it to 142, so we didn't double up though, because like we didn't make it to 140. We needed to get to 148 to double up. We didn't get there, but dude, we're about to grow it by double from last year. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Crispy said, I appreciate all the donations. Dude, Crispy's not playing, man. He was
I
pissed
sure
about
do
last
too,
year. He was pissed about last year.
I
know he
bet.
was. I
You're
know
gonna
he
have to
was.
get pissed about this year too, Crispy. I'm sorry, bud. The donations to second place are still going to be profitable, bro.
Dude, I mean, the top 4, you're winning a G bar, like even if that's you getting your money back,
Yeah,
because it's more than a G.
You're gonna have money back.
Because it's more than a G. Like when we get up to 300, it's gonna be 10,000, 2,800, 1,600, 1,400. So it's more than a G bar, for everybody who threw down on 120 teams. You hit 4th place. I mean, that pays for everything, plus the bragging rights, of making it into the top 4.
So I'm gonna have that's what 15 8.
I mean, that's a big chunk of change that goes in the top 4, and then it does jump down from there. 800, 650, 550, 500, 420, 375, 325, 300, 275, 260, 250, 225, 200, 200, 175, 175, and that's the top 20, and it keeps going down in increments all the way down through 56. Make it to 50, top 56, that's $25, and then 57 through 151 is $20. And the reason why there's as many payouts as there is, well, one, I didn't want to just pay out such a small percentage of the league. The league actually pays out 4.20% of the total managers. Like everything in this shit is all based on percentages. And so it's crazy, everything's aligned around like 420, like somehow. But that's why, even because I even felt like it's like if you make it, it's kind of like the 25 through 50% of the top scoring teams, you get $20. I mean, it's better than a poke in the eye, and some people just rolled it over to the next year and they said just keep it for my first 2 for next year, but I felt like that 4.2% payout was just like when I realized that that's what it was. I was like, yeah, I kind of have to keep it there, because like even if people don't realize it, like I realize it, and like it's all for a reason. Like all this shit is math and percentage based and all that. Just like when I was debating on adding 5 more rounds from last year to this year, making it 30 rounds to 35. I was like, I wonder how many players that is. And I did 35 times 12. I was like, hey, it's 420. It's like, yep, we're doing that.
Absolutely.
So it's cool how everything like kind of works out with this. And dude, there's gonna be a $10,000 winner. I know we're gonna get there. Like we're gonna get there. Even if we don't, the payout on 275 is 9,300. I've already done the math. Like I did breakdowns of 25 at a time, just so I can like already have it ready. And I did it all the way through 350 just to like do extra in advance. So we're already there. So even if we got only to 275, which we're there already pretty much, still a $9,300 purse for first place. So either way, there's gonna be a lot of A lot of good ones there. Oh, totally pitted. Dude, I love this game that we're doing here. Smells like you could use your shower, Stinky.
Tackling fuel.
Well, wake her ass up! We're gonna win tomorrow!
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
You gonna lose all your fancy foosball games.
Oh no! We suck again!
I love my mama very much. Now you know that. She's not the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
I never said she was the devil. Oh man, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Please don't hurt me. Oh man, dude, every single quote that you've had, I've had something in that movie. That's super cool. I like it. Maybe not be that quote. Maybe not be that quote. And then Toyota one said, just Crown Crispy. And he said, but there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
I know this. If it's not me who wins this, man, you're not even good. Like, that's how I'd be feeling. You're not even good at fantasy football, bro. It's gonna be so hard for anybody to win this. Like this, just putting this whole thing together is probably like the craziest thing that I've ever done. And like, there's a bunch of people who, like, you know, if you guys weren't filling the leagues, sharing it, you know, just all these different things, we never would have gotten this high. So this was a really like huge group effort to even get this high. So whoever wins the $10,000, and I hope it's me, it's gonna be probably one of the best feelings in the world. And so I'm glad that like we're all gonna be able to share that together. Like, only one person is gonna win this, but like someone's life might change because of this. Like, how crazy is that to even think about? It's pretty fucking
$10,000 is life-changing money to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's for
Like,
sure.
I mean, as low as it sounds, but it definitely puts us in a different spot than we are now. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
It alleviates the paycheck to paycheck.
Fuck yeah. And like, one thing that I will say, one of the most balling things that you could do if you win this tournament, even though I hope it's me, is come fly to Vegas, like literally figure out how much the plane ticket is. I'll send you the money from your winnings, and then you come to Vegas and I'll give you the rest in cash and we'll make it rain.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be so fucking sick?
I already told Vegas if I win this tournament, we're going to Vegas.
It's already paid for with the winnings. Like, shit,
Absolutely.
tickets aren't that expensive.
Trip to Vegas, baby. We ain't ever even been that far west. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's gonna be fucking. It's
free to.
Brown said we can all share together, but I'm not sharing my winnings. You know, I just said we're gonna share together in the feeling of it happening for one of the community members, whoever.
We're gonna make it rain about, I'm gonna say 9,200, because it can cost about 800 to get out there. You know what I mean? But we're gonna you know what I'm saying?
Charge that to the game.
My buddy,
said, I'll be back next year, though. I mean, whoever wins, I mean, I would hope you I would hope that you would come back, because the tournament next year is only going to be bigger and better. And next year there's going to be 2 tournaments, because next year there's going to be an offense only tournament. But I'm going to start that early. And, you know, we're going to see who wants to get involved with, you know, just with the tournaments in general. And we'll figure something out, whether it's covering some league fees or, you know, payments. Like, we'll figure that out. I wasn't expecting it to get this big. Like, it got bigger than I ever would have thought that it would have grown in 1 year. So
yeah,
I'm trying to process all this myself.
I done volunteered to run that one for you. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out. Because I'm definitely going to need, you know, some help. I mean, I'll still be running both, but I mean, there's a lot of trickle down effect from all this and running 2 of these tournaments and trying to get, I mean, I feel like the offense only one will definitely have more potential to get even bigger than this one was this year in the first year, because of all the process and everything that I already know and understand about the whole thing. Like all this is processes. Like this is a 5th year process of like if all this would have grown in 1 year, it would have failed because I like wouldn't have even like everything I have now is like a fucking daily and weekly like thing that I'm doing. Like, you know, if it all would have happened in 1 year, I wouldn't have even known how to handle like all this shit. But yeah, it is it's gonna be fucking crazy. Toyota One said if I win, I'm coming to Vegas, getting smoked out with you, collecting my check. No, it's not gonna be collecting the check. We're making it rain with all cash. I can get single dollars if we want to get that crazy about it. I know we probably won't. We're probably going hundreds just to make it a little bit more efficient. But I would hope that you guys would be down to make a sick ass video of us making it rain with $10,000. Like I'll go buy one of those money guns just to like shoot it all over the place, you know, in whatever hotel room you get or whatever, you know. I'll help you clean it up. You won't do it by yourself. We won't play 52 card pickup with your 10,000. But I bet it would be the best time that you spent picking up money. No, whatever, you know, no matter what.
You know, once it's all picked up, it's going in your wallet. You know,
I mean, shit. You might need to buy a bag for that, man. I don't know what wallet can hold $10,000 in it. Like, I forget who it was, but they're like, you know what the problem is when you get a lot of money. Like when you get too much, it's hard to fold and put it in your pocket. I forget who said that. I think it was like Sugar Free or something. It was some pimp. I know that much. And Brown said, if I win, I fly to Vegas and I'm putting $3,000 on black. Could you imagine a hit like that? Like, man, the adrenaline. And I said, and then if I lose, and then I'll put $7,000 on black, and then I'll fly home empty-handed. No, man, I will not let anybody do that. Do not do that.
Under no circumstance. Listen, Alex, I'm going to get out in front of this right now, bro. Under no circumstance, if I come out to Vegas to collect that money, do not give me all of that money until I will leave Vegas.
Anybody who says they want to go to the casino, you tell me how much you're going to bring. Let's say you're going to bring 5,000. Just, I'll do you a favor. Give me half. Let me kick you in the nuts and then just sit the fuck down and just know that I saved you 2,500 by not letting you go to the casino.
Absolutely.
Because you could win and that could be the craziest story ever. But like Vegas wasn't built on the winners, you know, like it really wasn't.
And I will chase, bro. I'm telling you, I will chase. I will. Oh, man, goddamn. When I get on a losing streak,
Crispy said, just pay me and point me to the nearest brothel. You know what's crazy? I think the nearest brothel, because it is legal in Nevada. It's not legal in Vegas, but you already know the places in Vegas, I'm sure. But there's a legal brothel, like I think it's only like 35 or 40 minutes away. And like, I'm sure you would have the time of your life. But man, the prices that because they made YouTube videos.
You're gonna have to take a loan out on top of that 10K. Probably.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I mean, that 10K might not get you as far as you want to go. I'm not saying you won't do a few things, but you know, if you're a very kinky person, I don't know how far that 10K is gonna get you at one of those brothels.
Yeah, I know. No.
Hey, PB and Waivers, what up, bro? And Hawk Fan, are you still in here? We're edging Hawk Fan to like the ultimate extreme right now. It's because we're talking so much about everything. If you're still with us, don't worry. Your team's coming up soon. I've been babysitting this bowl too. I think I've only smoked 2 since I said I was going to grade your team, but almost there. We're almost there. It's just pretty crazy for me. Like I said, the first year that I did this, I just no way thought that it would ever get this big. And here we go for Hawk Fan team.
All right.
And Plowboy Walker, what up?
What up?
So, Hurts, Daniels, and Geno. He wasn't playing on the QBs. Now at the first
you gotta put the thing over.
What?
We can't see his team.
Huh?
Maybe I'm no. I'm zoomed in. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it had to be just you because I know I could see it. I have it on 3 screens, and so I know it's working.
With me.
So, Hurts, Daniels, and Gino. Backups. Mariota, O'Connell. Ooh, didn't get all 3.
You got
So, oh yeah, he did. That's when he got pissed. Whoever did that. Oh man, I'm sure Hawk fans still pissed about it. So A, B plus, B minus. Because it's the QB. If this was a wide receiver or a running back, you know, with those grades, it'd probably be a B plus. But because the QBs and you can only start 2, no matter what, I'm gonna say that that's an A.
Yeah.
And Ken Walker, James Conner, David Montgomery, B minus. I'll say that's a B. And then pass catchers, Adams, Sutton, Kelsey, Judy, Njoku, B,
Boy,
B,
so mad.
B. I kind of feel like all these guys are B's because even Kelsey and Njoku, because the tight end premium, I'd still put them as B-rated guys. I mean, even though you can get Njoku, you know, I mean, I don't know what he's going, 12th, 13th, maybe sometimes as high as maybe 9 or 10. But for someone who's like that, and I still think of him as a B, someone who can make a difference. So that's a B all around. Bobby Okereke, Jesse Bates, Bobby Wagner, Devin Lloyd, Brandon Jones, Quentin Lake, Bradley Chubb. Oh, Tremaine Edmonds. Man, you're doing so good until that one. Luckily, he's your last guy. Let's see how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you only have 8? Oh, then he's going to make a big difference then. None down here. Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, this, when you only have 8 and you have one that I think, like, I mean, there's one problem with Tremaine Edmonds.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
He's not the business. Like, I mean, if you had 10 and he was your final one, I wouldn't be that mad at it. But also just like having 8, like just I didn't go look at the bye weeks, but I'm sure that you didn't either. I mean, there's bye week 8. I mean, fuck, like how many teams are on bye week in week 8? Would you even have 5 guys, you know, who are available out of your 8, you know, type shit? Because look, let's see.
If you're only going to draft 8 IDP, they better be super top heavy.
Week 12, let me see. Week 12, 1, 2, 3. So week 12, you have 3 guys that are on bye. So that means your other 5. I mean, I know that's only 1 week, but I'm just saying, like, when you only have 3 alternates, that means whoever you have has to ball out, or that means you could have a shitty week. And like in this, you want to have good weeks every week because you don't know. Everyone's going to have, I mean, everyone's putting their best foot forward every week because no one has to set starting lineups.
And you have the game against the median too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, taking them double losses will fucking suck.
Or even if there's a week where you catch a win, but because you didn't score that high, you only go 1-1. You know, like I mean that those top 4 teams, I mean, they're going to be good. You got to be in there, you know. And I know I'm just going extra into your team because I'm super high and I was edging you, and now I'm just giving like extra shit talk. But I'm gonna call it a B minus because of only 8 players. Because it was gonna be a B, but because you only have 8, that makes me want to like think of it like the same way as like the running backs or, you know, wide receivers or whatever that you only drafted a couple. Not you, but I'm just saying only drafted a couple and I grade down 1 tier because of it.
Yeah.
Bench kicks in at Chubb. Oh, that's why he was pissed because he got Chubb in the 12th round. He's like, well, fuck him. Am I in that one that you got Chubb in the 18th? He's like, I'd be so pissed at myself. Yeah, and Brown said not to mention injuries. Yeah, because Brown's one of the people who, like, I've, you know, talked about him, like, drafting 13 IDPs as, like, a bad thing. It's like, dude, you got so many extra that like you're gonna have dead spots like on your team because of this, you know. And he's like, dude, I had so many injuries last year with like certain teams that like I'm just drafting extra because I don't want to get fucked. And like, you know, can't be mad at that logic because like you could get like, what if you caught 2 injuries and like literally then you're down to 6 guys, you know, like that just it, you know, you never know what the fuck can happen. Anything can happen. So Nick Chubb, Ferguson,
Do what?
Ertz, Ford, Arroyo, Palmer, De'Ami Brown, Lockett, Washington,
Danny was here yesterday, so he didn't get to talk.
Tucker, Higbee, Butte, Mitchell, and MVS. This one's tough, man. I think I'm gonna say a B plus on this one. Sounds good, Crispy. No, B minus, a C plus, C plus. I'm reading Crispies and mixing up fucking letters and shit in my head. C plus for that. It was. I feel like it's close, but I don't know. I feel like it could.
You have to. Yeah, I mean, was it Chubb, Ferguson, Ford?
I'm not even counting Chubb in there because I'm not like. Could he be a difference maker the first couple weeks? Maybe. But like after Joe Mixon comes back, I'm going to think he's going to be more of a role player guy for most of the season. But no, Ferguson and Ertz, those were the 2. And like, you know, could it be Chubb? Could it be Ford? You know, like, I mean, like I was thinking about it, but could it be Arroyo? And I mean, he looked good in that game, but like still not a good, could it be Palmer? I mean, but that's what I was debating on. So, but I'm going to say a C plus. And so it was an A, a B, a B, a B minus, and then a C plus. And so it was up 2 on the quarterbacks, and then down 1 on the IDP, and then down 1 on the bench. So that's up 2, down 2. 85. And I'm not saying that you would have got a better grade by drafting a couple more defensive players, but I mean, I think you would have. Like in my mind, if you would have drafted 2 more IDPs in there anywhere, I feel like you would have got a B instead of a B minus. And I don't think that your bench grade would have dropped. I think it would have stayed exactly the same. So just to kind of put that in perspective, like how you could get a better grade, I feel like just drafting a couple more IDPs, as long as they weren't dog shit, you know. I mean, Tremaine Edmonds, I say, is dog shit, but there's way worse guys than you can get, you know, than him. So as long as you didn't draft guys that were like literal dog shit, yeah, you would have maintained a B. And Title 1 Eagles bye week is week 10, so Barkley is good for the first 9 weeks and 32 man. He said, "Don't you go dying on me."
Don't you go dying on me.
He said, "Week 10 bye is a waiver wire shit show. RB hero, let's fucking go." And he said, "Life's a risk on now." Yeah, you already know. This is I almost don't know what I'm gonna do with myself like during the season, because like I'm literally having so much fun drafting and like
drafting.
Trying to set you up, Mark, so you can tell people about it.
That's right. We got our chaos, or our 420 crew chaos leagues coming up. Weekly best ball drafts. We got what, 11 spots, 16 team leagues, 11 roster spots, 9 starters, 2 bench spots, $20 a week. Chance to first place is 200, and second place is 60. And you join as many of them. We're gonna fill up as many of them as we can every week.
I know we're gonna start. So we're not gonna do this week 1 because I'm not gonna take away from the best ball. It just makes no sense to me. But we are gonna start this in week 2, and this is gonna be for Tuesday and Wednesday going into week 2. We're gonna try to fill 2 drafts, 1 per day. We're gonna need 16, and you know, as always, worst case, I'm jumping in. I'm gonna want to jump in. So yeah, get ready, guys. It's gonna be fun. Only $20 as well. It's gonna be the shit. And yeah, Toyota ones that were drafting all season after week 1. Let's fucking go. We're not letting the draft party die. I like drafting too much to where, like, during the season, I don't want to feel a withdrawal of not drafting. Like, when we could put this on, it's going to be fun as hell. Absolutely. It's going to be fun as hell. And it's going to be the same time. Like, we're going to keep the same things going. It's still going to be at 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So, like, literally the same type of schedule that we've been having, you know, all season, except it's only going to be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's it. And the plan is to have one on each day to start. And then as this starts getting steam, you know, we will have maybe a couple per day. We could even do one a little earlier in the day. If some people want to draft earlier, we fill that, and then we fill the later one as well. But the possibilities are endless. But the main thing is the drafting don't stop. And like nobody else will be doing this besides us. Like that's the thing. Like you could go do DFS, but it's not this. Like it might be different versions of this, but it's not the way that's going to be fun for us. Like doing it very similar to what we're doing now. Like that's what it's all about. And that's where we're going to keep the kind of experience going. And Terry, shout out in the chat, said, rate this team. Baker, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Bijan, Bucky, Kraft, Kyren. I mean, Baker in a single QB league, he's like a B right now because of the issues with him. And then the left tackle, Garrett Wilson, I'm nervous about Fields. I really am. Like he's just not a good passer of the ball. But him plus T. Higgins, I mean, that's probably like a solid like B for those starters. Bijan and Bucky's really good. I mean, I'd say that's an A for your starting running backs. And then Kraft. What?
And Kyren.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to grade the flex spot like by itself since there's only one flex spot here. And I'd say Kyren's like a solid like B+. I got your flex spot, so giving you an advantage. But Kraft, though, I mean, Kraft's like maybe a C, maybe a C-. I mean, he's going to be a streaming like type of guy, I would assume.
I haven't seen a league. I haven't drafted a league where he's not been drafted.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying he's not going to be drafted, but I bet you he's going to be one of those people that if you have him, you're still going to be like, he might not be your guy the entire year, you know, or you might pick someone up to start instead of him, even if he's on your team.
Yeah. So, you were talking about that 32-man league. I drafted one of them earlier this year for like $5. Mm-hmm. And I got CMC, Kamara, and it's got a super flex spot, not a quarterback spot. So you don't have to have a quarterback, but it's got a super flex spot. I got Sam Darnold in the 3rd round, then Jaden Reed, then Zach Ertz. I don't want to tell you who my second receiver is. I really don't. And then you know, it's Quentin Johnson. But in the 6th round of a 32-man league.
That's so ugly.
And then,
but now high insight, you know, was it a good pick?
Yeah. Probably not, but
it's okay. I mean, I fucked up my 4th and 5th picks in the 32-man league that we did last year, and I won a championship.
Oh yeah.
Like no matter what, in the 32-man, you need a little luck in a few different ways. But I'm liking my team in this 32-man that I drafted. And Laylo Lau, you're about to be next. I got CMC, Alvin Kamara, Calvin Ridley, Tua, Ray Davis, Roshan Johnson. I mean, those could be my fuck up picks right there in the 5th and the 6th for all I know. And then I got Cedric Tillman, Anal Zone, Yvonne Pace, Bradley Chubb, Naylor, Ty Johnson, Tyler Conklin, Jalen Thompson, Demarcus Robinson, Trey Tucker, Robert Woods, and Devin Bush.
Damn, Devin Bush. It's getting thin, isn't it?
I mean, that was like the 550 something pick. Like that was like we don't, like this one only has 420. Like we're in the 550s in that one. Like, I mean, there's literally nobody.
Yeah, even at IDP.
Yeah. Oh, and then I don't think I graded this team fully. So, and then the bench, Mixon, Waddle, Egbuka, I'm assuming, Blue, Pitts, yuck. Warren and Keenan Allen, yuck. I don't like some of these players on your bench. I'm gonna give that bench.
Did you see Knicks? You said Mixon. It starts with Knicks.
Oh, I mean, it's single QB. That don't matter. I mean, Ben. I mean, I wouldn't even single QB. I'm not giving any thought to a bench QB as far as I could grade. I mean, you might need one, but you're probably not never gonna start Knicks over Baker. I mean, I don't know. There may be instances, but Baker's got like a way easier schedule than Knicks does.
And way better receivers.
Yeah. I'd say because this is also, I'm assuming this is a 10-man. If you want to let me know if it's a 10 or 12-man, I'm assuming this is a 10-man. This is probably like a B- 10-man squad. Like it's a tick better than a C+, but you got like, for me, I really feel like, I mean, this is like, this is even before I have hundreds of teams of research to where I took the tight end spot out. This is when I probably had dozens and dozens of teams. If you have a tight end like spot, like there's like a 70% chance that it's going to be a top 4 tight end that's on that championship team. So if you don't have one of those top 4 tight ends, you're in like only got a 30% chance of winning. Like, I don't know why that's the way that it is, but that's the way that it is.
Yeah. I mean, your skill positions, you punted, you did with your thing, punt and tight end. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get a fucking absolutely terrible one. And you got your skill positions are fire. You know what I'm saying? And your quarterback doesn't suck.
Yeah.
I would give it, I mean, as an overall team, I would say I would give it a B. I would give it a B. High end B. But I'm higher on a lot of those players than he is. So
yeah, some of the players I'd say. And Terry said, "Would you drop Blue to acquire Krosky Merritt?" Yeah, I would, because of the B-Rob news. Yeah, I mean, either way, I don't think Blue's going to be a thing. So that's okay being a rotational spot where you're picking up waiver wire, guys with it. And I'd say Krosky Merritt, that's probably the flavor of the week right now because of the B-Rob news.
What happened to B-Rob?
Well, they're just potentially shopping him around. That's all. So it's rumors and news, but like, you want to be ahead of those rumors and news. You don't want to be behind it. So for like redraft teams that have already drafted, because I'm assuming that's a redraft team. We're not talking dynasty or nothing. Krosky Merritt's like, unless you play in some shallow ass dynasty, like he's not available.
Yeah. Well, those Austin Eckler picks that I've been making are looking decent for this season, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And Toyota wants and you can make money every week instead of waiting until the end of the year in those weekly drafts. You damn right. I mean, that's weekly money. I mean, I do the squares as well, but I know there's some people who don't necessarily like doing the squares. And now we're going to have these drafts every week. Toyota ones, I like my 32-man besides the shallow skill position players at the end of the bench. Yeah. So would have liked another running back on another team, but have options for the bye week. Yeah. I mean, I feel good about having Alvin Kamara and CMC just because of their schedules, but I also get nervous because those are like later guys. Crispy said I'm out, losers. All right, Crispy. I know you're old, man. I know you're old. But here goes Lalo Lyle. And hold on a second. I got to I gotta change someone's pick. All right, there we go. Okay. And Crispy, before your old ass goes to bed, you're on the clock. In the 2:36, I'll just text him because he might have left. Okay. Here we go. Lay low, Lyle. And we got Stafford and Ward. Yuck. Dang, you waited all the way till, I mean, it's funny because I said you could wait hella. I guess I would have probably wanted to grab before the 7th and the 8th, but that's crazy that you still were able to get Stafford and Ward waiting till the end of the 7th and the 8th, because a lot of times those guys were gone earlier than that. And
you weren't here. That's why Stafford fell.
Yeah. I mean, Stafford's been someone I've kind of been not, going crazy on. I mean, I'll go through these waves and like, why can't he just get back to practice already? Like mentally, I'm just like, even though he's probably going to play for week 1 and everything's going to be fine, just mentally it fucks with me to, put stock in a guy like that. Like I want all the guys healthy, and I know things are going to change, but I'd rather get these injury guys who are injured right now. I'd rather get them a little bit later versus getting them at their same value. Oh shit! Let me put this bowl aside here because Toyota One said dab time. He said, I appreciate you staying this long. Yeah, I mean, I started this one later and I've been on later as well. Get ready, guys, because I told you the Sports Idiot Nation podcast, the pod that I'm I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a part of it necessarily, but I mean I'm on their show like once or twice a week now. And it's always good stuff. I get to talk just normal sports, and they like picking my brain fantasy wise, and it's just an outlet for me to talk about something besides only fantasy football and only fantasy football draft. So it's been fun for me. Those guys are cool, and it's like it's really crazy how the guy's name is Adam Marino. It's nuts. We have the same exact last name. We're definitely not from the same family. But yeah, it's nuts. All right. And Toyota One, I already packed it. Let me go double check it here. I appreciate you, my man. Where the hell is it? There we go. All right. Hold on. Let me add this real quick.
Damn.
Man, Toyota One. Toyota One is making the numbers climb. I appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah.
He's going after one of the top jerseys, he said, and 273 Toyota One, just to give you a count on your raffle tickets.
You might win all the jerseys, bro.
He might. I mean, there's a lot of raffle tickets in here now because now we're talking about now people's memberships like Superstar and above are included, and there's $10 members on places, there's $15 members, there's $25 members, and then there's $50 members. So there is there's a lot of raffle tickets out there. That's for sure. And Toyota One said it's a cool podcast that I'll watch tomorrow morning if it comes on. Yeah, it always comes out in the morning, early. They post it early. They're on the East Coast, so I want to say it comes out at like 6 or 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock West Coast time. And Toyota One said getting closer to that 300. He said I'm a part of a few different ones. Nice. Yeah, and pretty much like, I mean, people could win more than one. You could win more than one. Like when you win, I mean, the way that I think of this is almost like each individual one is like a raffle ticket. So if you win, I'm just removing one of the raffle tickets. Like that's it, and then there's a shot that you could win again. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. That one's gonna be fun. I gotta try to figure out something else to potentially get because I want to have like more. I want to like what I think I'm going to do and what I am gonna do. I'm saying this right now. I'm gonna throw all the other jerseys that I have in the mix. So we're gonna have a fourth winner that's gonna win a jersey, and you get to pick from like any of the jerseys that I have, and I'll show those. They're in my closet. So next show I'll get them out for the next show. But it's like the Frank Gore one, the fucking Earl Campbell one, the I'm spaced the Ocho Cinco. There's a handful. I'm spacing right now. I'm really high. I'm like dabs and bowls deep, and I'm so high that I like pulled out the bong right there. I'm supposed to be pulling out the dabber, and I already packed the dab. And shit, we're on one bar. This will be enough though. And okay, Toyota one said I wake up 5-7 a.m. Just depends. Said I'm a weirdo like that. On my off days, I wake up like at 4:30 a.m. Yeah, or on the work days. Yeah, so it is what it is. Like I used to wake up that early, and like now it's like 7-8 o'clock. That's for me. Like sometimes I'll wake up at 7 to take a piss, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just up. Sometimes I'll need that extra hour of sleep, and I'll just go back to bed till 8 o'clock. But 8's usually my time when I'm out of bed. And Toyota one said the Frank Gore one. Yeah, like I mean, if you want to, you know, because whoever wins, they're gonna get the choice. Or no, that's gonna be the first one. Whoever wins. Well, no, I think what I'm gonna do, I guess I got to figure it out because I do want people to get what they want. And if someone won and like I don't know, they won the Bijan one, you know, but like they really wanted the Van Ginkel or Tyreek, you know, I'd rather people get what they want. Especially when we have different styles or multiple like dope ass prizes. So yeah. That one's going to be in the mix, Toyota one. I got to get them all out of my closet. I put them all up to like organize shit in here. But there we go. So that's been announced. Everyone who's watching it right now, you guys are the first to hear. Now there's 6 items that are up for raffle. 6 items. And I got to try to do something. I got to get a hold of Jerome Baker, and I need to stop. I'm actually going to text him right now.
That's so badass, bro. I drafted him in a handful of these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He won me. He was a few years back. He was fucking straight thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was why I was drafting him to begin with in these leagues.
Hell
Jordan
yeah.
Hicks. I got him in a bunch, and he fucking retires. I guess that's what I get for drafting the fucking in the over 40 club.
Yeah.
Bro, so I was going through my archived leagues earlier, looking for that 32-man league.
Yeah.
And I found this 2 QB league. It was a $10 12-man 2 QB league, and this is my fucking squad. I got Goff and T-Law at quarterback, and I got Rodgers and Flacco. I didn't do the rest on quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
But listen to this. I got Saquon, CMC, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones.
That's pretty nice.
I mean, you're not getting much better than that. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. You only start 2. You got 3 flexes, and you only start 2 receivers. And I got Tyreek and DJ Moore. And then I either got Hunter Henry or Brenton Strange at tight end. And then I got Juwan Jennings, Debo, Keenan Allen, Jerome Ford, Rashad White, Roshan, and Noah Fant all on my bench.
Yeah. Nice.
Like, how am I not going to win that league? You know what I mean?
So the ones that it's hard to value which one is the top jersey. Said second would be Bijan. So Frank Gore would be one for you. I mean, I know it's a 49er jersey, right? Like that's why. Say I lost a few players due to retirement or injury in the best ball. Said lucky with a draft. Says shitload of players, covers those guys. Yeah, that's also why I wanted the extra 5 rounds, right? I mean, that gives us some wiggle room to get backups, you know, extra players at a couple positions, build the depth.
Yes, sir. I love the 35 rounds. Like for this format with this many players, you know what I'm saying? Having these deep benches it'll be clutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the offense only won't be 35 rounds by itself.
No, absolutely not. There's no way. We'd be drafting literally would be drafting an entire team of retired players.
Yeah. And I kind of stopped like when we got to lay low Lyle's bench. Sorry, lay low. I know we're like edging you over here. This is who drafted the backup for Hurts. He got McKee. Man, he was so pissed when that happened. I don't know if he's even he might have left and he might be watching this on replay. I don't know if he made it this far because we already talked about his team. But if you are, leave a comment, Hawk fan.
Hi, bro. We found your Huckleberry.
He was so pissed. Like, doesn't even fucking give him any value, and he just fucks me. So
hey, getting sniped to motherfucker. You two were fucking sandwich. I felt like the goddamn cross member in an H, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys were killing me all night.
So McKee, and is it Braylon Allen or Brandon Allen? What the fuck's his first name? Brandon Allen. There we go. Oh yeah, Braylon Allen's the running back. And so yeah, you didn't get both of your backups. Why didn't you get Jimmy? So B- and C+ guys. And I mean, the way that this would be C+, because I always go down, and then you lose, then it goes down one grade because of only having 2.
So it's a C.
Yeah, so that's down 3.
Yeah.
Running back Hubbard, Aaron Jones, Jalen Warren. Man, see, that's what's crazy. Like, I guess the QBs got pushed off a little bit, but even the later running backs are going earlier than a lot of these other drafts.
The running backs are getting insane, bro. You can't, if you have a bottom 4, maybe 5 pick, you're not getting a top end running back. I mean, you can get Bucky or, you know what I mean? But then you got to let Lamar go.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Lucky for you, everybody did though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So B-, B-. So I'll call that a B-. Wide receivers, though, that's where you went crazy. Jefferson, AJ Brown, or Jefferson. Here we go. Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Debo, Reed. So A, B+, B-. I mean, the double A, it has to be an A.
Yeah, double A plus a B+.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have probably had 2 C+ there and still got an A.
Probably. Yeah, because I feel like that's an A, even if it was just the 3 on top, everything else.
Yeah.
Kind of just.
No, those other 2 were.
Yeah. Toto One said for sure going going Gore over Bijan. He said, at least for me, he said, love my Niners players before I pick another player from a different team. He said, if Bijan blows up in his career, I might regret it later. And who knows? Possibility to win too. Let's see. Let's see if I could do it.
I got 3.
A little bit. It wasn't that much.
I got 2 this way, 1 this way.
And Shadow, what up, Shadow? One man keeper league. Keep Kyren Williams to lose the 8th round, or keep Brock Bowers to lose the 10th round tight end spot league. And he said his tight end slot in that league is tight end wide receiver. So it's a flex spot that you can't put a running back in.
All right.
So see, like that. Okay. My thoughts, when you don't have to start a tight end, it kind of lowers the value of a Brock Bowers to me. Like when you have to start a tight end no matter what. I mean, it doesn't lower his value much. I mean, it's like lower tight ends where it lowers their value like a lot.
Yeah.
So,
but
I'm keeping Kyren in the 8th. This isn't tight end premium. That's another thing. It's not tight end premium. If it's tight end premium, I'd already be in there. And I don't know if it's not tight end premium, but unless someone tells me, I'm just assuming it's a single QB 10-teamer. You know, he said 1 keeper. And you don't have to start a tight end. Like, that's another thing. You don't have to. I probably wouldn't unless I had a Brock Bowers, which in the 10th round is super good. You know,
he's
but
a
like
pick in a lot of redraft league.
Yeah, but that's if you have to start a tight end. Because if you just put one against the other, Kyren versus Brock, who do you think scores more points at the end of the season if they're all healthy? I think Kyren does, if we're not talking tight end premium.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong about the tight end premium, you let me know. If it was like Brock Bowers in the 12th round, that's way different, because then that's like 4 rounds. It's only 2 rounds different. You could still get Brock Bowers. You have to get him with a way higher pick, but same thing with Kyren. And I feel like in a league where you don't have to start a tight end, people don't force the tight end as much. Why does Brock go in the 3rd instead of the 1st? Because you don't have to start a tight end.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait, this changes a lot of things. He said, I'm also a Raiders fan, so it makes it a little hard, but my lean is Kyren. Kyren was my keeper last year, so I lose the 10th round last year. Okay. So if you're a Raider fan, I'm okay with keeping a guy like Bowers, like, because fantasy football should be about having fun, you know, for one. You finally have someone that, as a Raider, that could shit on people, you know. Those would be the reasons why that I would probably lean that in your case. If you play in a bunch of leagues and you want to make the smarter decision, like you said, you're already leaning Kyren. I am too. It's those other things that you say that makes it like okay for me, for you to pick Bowers and where I would lean there, because it's going to make your year more fun if he shits on people.
Yeah.
If Kyren shits on people, you'll care if you win the championship, but you could not win a championship and Brock kill it and you still be super happy.
Yeah. So, like, I was leaning Brock Bowers. I think I still stand by that. I would keep Brock Bowers, but like you said, it's not a designated tight end, and if it's not tight end premium, then but especially if you're a Raiders fan, I absolutely love keeping Brock Bowers for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, if you had a designated tight end spot, I'd say Brock Bowers all day as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it wouldn't even be a question if you had a designated tight end spot.
Yeah. I like I like eliminating the designated tight end spot, making it some type of flex. So props to your league for doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's creative though. It's not just an all around flex. It's tight end wide receiver.
I feel like some leagues get a little too cute with that because I've seen leagues where they have like all these different flex spots, but it's like one's a wide receiver, one running back, and then the other one's a running back tight end, and then there's a wide receiver tight end or whatever. So like that seems a little goofy to me. I'd rather just be like one uniform, like flex spot, but props for the ingenuity. Okay, so we also have a flex spot too. Well, yeah, good. And I mean that just it adds more to it. It adds more to it. So thanks for the input. Yeah, it's a tough choice. Still can't make up my mind. Yeah, I'd probably just because Brock Bowers is one of the first Raiders guy that you could go with your heart and your mind. Yeah, that's what makes it hard. Like you're not just going with your heart by taking Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that's why I love Jonathan Taylor, bro. Like you can't go wrong drafting him, and I'm a Colts fan. You know what I'm saying? So I get to wisely draft with my heart when I take Jonathan Taylor.
There you go. There you go. Because some people, they're not so wise when they draft their, the peeps on their team or whatever. Brock Bowers, I would say, unless it's someone crazy, that Brock Bowers is the unanimous number one for pretty much anybody that you ask anywhere.
For the tight end position?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is it tight end premium?
No, it's not. I bet you it's not. I don't know, but I'm just saying, unless they say it, I feel because like he told me the difference when he said our tight end slot, it's this. So
you would think he would have put that then.
He would have. Like why would he get specific about that but leave out the tight end premium part,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And tight one, think Warren or Loveland will be a top 5 this year with tight ends. Looks like they'll go hard this year. No, I bet you they'll both be top 12 if assuming health. But one thing that I will say from what I saw this year, for anybody who thinks Loveland is gonna be the guy, Cole Kmet's still gonna be there. Like he's still gonna be in the mix. Like they're gonna run a lot of double tight end sets, and Cole Kmet's probably a better blocker. But he's still going to be in the mix. Like it's not going to be the Loveland show. So that's what makes it tougher to where like maybe Loveland doesn't crack the top 12 because of that. Now that I'm like talking this out, maybe he's like a high end tight end too, who like spikes in a couple weeks. Warren, I do think Warren's going to be a top 12 guy because sorry, Mark. Colts suck at the wide receiver position in a lot of aspects, and like they are stroking off Warren, how they like want to get him involved in so many different packages that like, and even go to the preseason game the way that they were using them, like they're going to give him the ball. I don't necessarily want him because, as it gets farther down, I'm probably not drafting guys like that, but he's going to be someone that you could probably draft late that will pay off the draft capital and then some.
Yeah.
I really feel that.
Yeah.
And that's just all for me over the last
one of these leagues.
I don't think I have him in one. Like this is really me changing my tune as of over the last week and a half of like seeing, things that he's been doing in camp, watching that preseason game. And then really the way that the coaches have been stroking him off, man. Like it's like a normal like thing for them to talk him up. So yeah. Okay.
Well, if Anthony Richardson could just get it together, bro.
That's the issue. That's the fucking issue. And Shadow, I was thinking about trying to get Genty early. Nah, don't do it. Don't try to get Genty early. See, now you're gonna start acting with your heart instead of your head. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Genty is not gonna finish in the top 12.
Yeah. You got Brock Bowers, and he's probably gonna finish as like a top 3 tight end. So drafting him as like a 10th round pick, like that's like money in the bank. Yes. Don't do the same thing with Genty. He has to do so much to pay off that first round pick where you're gonna pick him. Don't do it. That I will talk you off a ledge.
Somebody else. Pick Genty, dude. I do it every single day, and it feels great.
He said, "I still don't know my draft spot." So for you, I hope you draft later in the first, so you don't draft emotionally and draft Genty. I hope that someone drafts him before you to take that pick away from you, and then Hopefully, you
Yes.
draft the right person who gets more points than Genty, anyways, because he's going so early. So early.
You can get fucking a number of other players in leagues like that. Well, it's single QB league. It's still wide receivers, bro. These leagues right here are the only leagues I've ever seen where running backs just fly right off the board.
Yeah.
In the other drafts, like it's hard to get good.
The single QB leagues, though, running backs aren't going to be flying off like crazy. It's like, what do you pick? You either pick a wide receiver or a running back.
Yeah.
Everyone does the same shit and takes quarterback late. That's why single QB leagues suck, in my opinion, because like there's like no strategy to it. Like everybody picks wide receivers or running backs. Oh, well, maybe tight ends if you have a tight end spot, but still, no one's taking like maybe you'll take a Brock Bowers, but like maybe that's it. Like no one else is going in the first round.
No.
But that's the problem with single QB leagues is everybody has the same strategy. All the players go hella early because of it. Like, I don't know, especially if it's a 10-man also, then every team is fucking stacked like as well.
Mm-hmm.
Toad one only drafted Kittle, CMC, and Purdy in drafts and really high and really too high said on any of the wide receivers. Okay. Yeah. I know I got Ricky P in a couple drafts. I know I got CMC and Brock in a bunch. And yeah. Brock better not let me down, man. I will shame all you 49ers fans if he does.
Yeah, Brock, I've got him on some fucking pretty stacked squads, bro, if he shows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my teams are all going to boil down to quarterback play. Like, if the quarterbacks that I fucking take late don't do something, I'm going to be they're not going to do as well as they could have with the shit that's in between the goddamn quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to find a healthy balance. It just took me 90 drafts to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, last year, like we could like if anybody wants to have fun, okay, you want to have some fun, go backwards on my live streams to last year's drafts. They're all still up. You can go see the drafts from last year. Go look and see how people were drafting last year. Last year, people were drafting quarterbacks like we're drafting running backs this year. So it's like it's crazy. Like just the evolution of this whole tournament in general is also very crazy on how people draft, because I change yearly, people change yearly. I still haven't won, like I've won a couple dollars from this. I've never hit any of the top money. I've only had it in my possession to give it away to somebody else. So we'll see. Hopefully this year. All right. Back to Laylo Lyle and his Buddha Baker on IDP. Sherwood, Patrick Queen. She's a killer queen. Laylo Lyle just likes hitting all the drops is what it is. If someone wins because of my drops that I influenced you on, hey, you better throw your boy a tip. And then Nick Cross, solid top 4, and then Dorian Williams. See, and look at this, and then Anal Zone. Get in the zone. There you go, dude. 3 out of his top 6 are all sound drops. And Knight Seiler, there's another one.
Skyler.
And see, I had that drop before Seiler got paid. So it's not just because he got paid and then I reacted to it. It was already on it. And have I already asked, does anybody know where that's from? Do you know where that's from? Yeah.
South Park.
Yeah. And do you remember who that is, Skyler?
That is Stan's sister.
Well, that she's Shelly, but Skyler is the like 25-year-old that's dating Shelly, who's like 12 or 13.
Oh shit! Yeah,
it's so fucking ridiculous. Like it's so you couldn't do any shit like that like now. Like it's crazy.
No.
And obviously it was a big joke, like in there, like he's a big joke, you know, in there. But he's like the leading singer of the Lords of the Underworld, Timmy's band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy. Yeah, we gotta get some different Timmy drops. I have a couple South Park drops, and sorry, Lau, here we go, off the rails again. You know, it's the theme of this show. We got these ones from South Park.
You want to get high? Are we gonna get high? Just let me get high.
Got those, and then this one.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. They took our jobs. They took our jobs. I'm not allowed to stand up for myself. I thought
That's
this
the
was
funniest
America.
one.
Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in America. I'm sorry. What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America. This is America. This is America. Because I'm pretty sick of your goddamn mouth.
That one.
That does not make sense.
I can't wait to start using that one more.
Apologize.
That one's kind of low, but that one's a good one.
Apologize.
When someone says that I'm wrong and I'm end up right, I'll make you apologize.
Apologize.
Do you remember how Randy had to apologize to Jesse Jackson? South Park trivia. No? Listen to the apologize again. See if you remember.
Apologize.
No, I got nothing.
He had to kiss his ass.
Oh, okay.
And then he pulled down his pants, shook his ass in his face, said, apologize. And Doug said Mark forgot to pop his neck. I think Mark did it. And it's probably like, I mean, I'm right against my mic. Mark's using his phone, so he's like a little bit farther from the microphone to where he might not be able to hear it.
Yeah, no.
Ted one said Brock's a decent QB for fantasy. The whole system they run makes him better. Oh yeah, for sure. And I say yes, said as a Niner fan. He said, man, only if we had Lamar. Yeah, Burrow, Allen. Yeah, it'd be crazy for sure. For sure. South Park's so crazy. I'm really surprised they never shut it down due to how woke the world is. Well, they've been doing it so long that they're uncancelable at this point because they were doing like, dude, the shit that they did in the beginning. Like we're talking about, like, you know, calling out some of the most I mean, they had some of the most racist characters around and calling out some of the most racist people around. I mean, one of their episodes got banned by Paramount Plus. Big Gay Al and his big gay boat ride. Like you can't even, like, if you don't have, I have like all the early like seasons on DVD, but like they cut that one out of there. That was too much for them. And that was one where Stan actually covered the South Park spread. They had not covered the spread against a certain team in like 40 years or something crazy like that. And the spread was like 63. And they hadn't covered the spread like at all in those years. Stan did it. Little Stan Marsh. All right. And hey, Poker Guts in the house. What up? Dude, been live for so long. I'm so high right now. I gotta get the Towley South Park ones where I'm so high, I have no idea what's going on. Poker Guts said my 30+% Pearsall looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking solid, man. Looking solid, especially early, but that's what it is. Like the early part of the season, I mean, that gets you there. But if everybody comes back by the end of the season, you know, that could muddy the waters a little bit. But we'll see. I got them in a bunch. Not 30% like you, but I got them in a handful. Okay. Yeah, Tarda one said Chisholm's getting drafted a lot now due to the preseason game. And like the thing that's crazy is like he's like number 8. He's like their 8th wide receiver on the depth chart or something crazy like that. So it's like him doing good means he's gonna like make the team. That's what's kind of crazy. And people are drafted him like he's gonna play, and like without a shitload of injuries, like I don't think he's playing at all. Poker Guts, I think he can be their number one guy for the future. I mean, yeah, he could. I mean, I'm thinking about this year only, not about dynasty, about just this year, to where early he's gonna be the main guy, and then when Ayuk and everything comes back, like who knows what the hell is gonna happen, but we'll see. All right. Where the fuck was that? I was on his IDP. Oh yeah, because we were talking about Skyler, and then we got Siler, and then we got off the rails.
Skyler.
Shelly. So and yeah, he got Chisholm in the 27th. There it is. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until now. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dude, only 8. There's 2 teams back to back with only 8 guys. Like, dude, have you guys not seen any of Mark's drafts or anything? Like, you got to get at least 10. Got to get at least 10. And Pargut said, no, like this year will be his breakout year when he's the main guy and performing exceptional. Like, he will overtake in numbers. Yeah, I mean, I know that's possible. They're going to spread the ball. That is one thing. And Ayuk's the guy who's big paid. Like over there. I know he's missing a couple weeks, so. And oh yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I do offense only leagues, but like this draft that we're doing, it's a big best ball tournament. And like one of my goals as a fantasy football, I would say commissioner, not even as a content creator, because I don't think I create IDP players by being a content creator. I think by being a commissioner and getting people into leagues, I get people into IDP. So this is my way of like breaking people's IDP cherry, because you only have to start 5. It's IDP flex, so you could play any position in there. And I know that I know more than a handful of people have never played IDP before, and I introduced them to IDP with this tournament. So it's fucking awesome. And Poker Guts a draw.
IDP players, just go back and watch all these live drafts and find perfect chaos on the drafts, and I will show you exactly how to draft IDP. Just follow what I'm doing, and it's not gonna fail you. I promise.
Poker Guts, I drop narratives for the season for various players. Cool. Like, give me a couple other, like, what are a couple other narratives that you've written up? And Poker Guts, I used to do IDP in like 2004. What do you mean you used to? Because like if you're in like I guess I almost feel weird about people that like joined an IDP league and then they like stopped playing in IDP leagues. Because most of the people that I play with, they're like, I joined an IDP league with you and now I'd never go back.
Yeah.
Not the opposite way around. I know there's a couple who like they never really liked the idea of IDP and then they left.
I like to do a few offensive only leagues. But the majority of my shit has IDP. Like 99. I got like 3 leagues that don't have IDP this year. And I was just because I was bored, and I found them on the public thing in Sleeper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I saw the podcast with you on it, and then boom.
Poker Guts, I got Tyler Warren as Sam Laporta type breakout. Okay. And so, damn it, Laylo Lyle. See, I'd call yours a B+, but then because there's not. Oh, wait, no, I fucked up. He does have 2 more after Siler right here. I'm just high is what it is. He had Witherspoon and more. Not sure what happened there.
Boy, that was almost a fucking. You're gonna have to make a whole video issuing a public apology, take 7 different fines,
dude. I would have.
That man's fucking reputation.
And I'm making all this whole big thing about having to apologize. Randy apologizing to Jesse Jackson.
Apologize.
I don't want to kiss nobody's ass and apologize. So you got the 10. So that's good. But so you don't drop. So instead of being a B, it's going to be a B plus.
Yes.
And Poker Guts also have Bucks potential 13-4-2. Yeah.
He's just not like top end. You know what I'm saying?
Where the hell is it kicking at? Bench at Godwin, Guarendo, Royals, McMillan, Janu, Leonard Floyd. What the fuck is Mark's first name? Woody Marks. And Firemuth. And then Chisholm, KLS, Yoshivas, Ferguson from the Rams. And who's this guy? Jalen Lane. Tried it once. I never did IDP until I joined the Hustler Leagues. I really got into it now. Still playing no IDP league with the fam, but that's about it. It's all about that IDP life. You already know. You already know IDP life. And Tesla gets the targets can break through, especially if an injury. Yeah. He's someone who I like for redraft as like last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He's got to have the patience to hold and not drop him. So with this bench, I think that it's gonna be, where is it? Godwin, Guarendo, Royals, I'm gonna call it a C plus for the bench here. And so all in all, it was a C for the QB, a B minus for the running backs, an A for the wide receivers, and then a B plus for the IDP, and then a C plus for the bench. Oh, there you go.
I just switched phones.
No problem. Poker Guts, I play best ball. Always try to get the spike week wide receivers and hope they line up right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't really gone into like that, like looking at the matchups for this and this. I mean, I look at, the week 17 matchups here and there. So it was a down 3, then up 2, and then up 1 for the IDP. So is that up 3?
It's down 4.
Yeah, up 3, down 4. Yep. For the extra one for the bench. So 84. There we go. All right. I'll do yours, Mark, real quick, and then get out of here.
Yeah.
So Lamar and Goff, one of his best QB duos. And you got Russ Wilson all late.
It's too much of us, it's dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip phone squad is dangerous.
Got the backups. So I'd say, I mean, it's what's kind of tough here, you got Wilson. I usually grade it like, if you get the guys in the top 10, but we know that he's a starting QB. It might not be for the whole season, but it's probably going to be a majority. Could be all the season. So I'm going to say that this would be, I think It's a B because it's gonna still. Does it drop still? I guess that's what I'm kind of debating with Wilson, because like even them saying that like Dart's gonna come in and play sometime this season, like that's why I grade Russ a C plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is gonna be a B, and then you got your backups, so then it's gonna be a B plus.
All right. I can handle B plus.
And then it was hard because Goff should go higher, so I just like wanted to grade it higher, but I got to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't expect an A with no third viable quarterback besides Russ.
dude, you were talking about I mean, you were talking about what's his name's wide receiver, J.S. Myers, and dude, I mean, his running backs, and you got Bucky, Kamara, and Breece Hall. I mean, there's been drafts where Kamara has gone in the late second, where Breece Hall's gone in the late second, or like the early third. So I think you like got pretty good value on those wide receivers. I mean, those running backs there. And Midnight, what up? So I got CJ Stroud, Derrick Henry, Kamara, Nico, Devontae, Laporta, Cup 12. That's pretty solid.
Solid.
Good for a 12 man. I get nervous about Laporta, but I mean, still one of the top tight ends. And so I mean, it's a B plus, B and a B. So I'm gonna call it a B just because of how we play all this out. Wide receivers: Marvin Harrison, Ridley, Rice, Hawkinson, Adunze. I mean, I'm thinking of Harrison as a B plus, so B plus, B. I guess I'm still trying to figure out if Rice is like a B or a B minus guy to me, because I feel like he does get suspended, but I don't know if he pushes it off, might get suspended next year. And then Hawkinson and Dunze both like B minus guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a B total for that. IDP: Zach Bond, Van Ginkel, Quincy Williams, Frankie Louvu, Byard, Winfield, Medalist, Dodson, Harrison Smith, and Buckner at the end.
Cooper.
Oh, where? Right there, right by Waller. Where's the top 5? So Bond, Van Ginkel, Quincy, Louvu, Byard. I'm gonna give it a B plus. It's pretty damn close to an A though, but it's like it's right on the fringe.
Yeah.
Third one. I don't think I drafted Laporta or Kincaid this year. Yeah, I just don't trust them. Yeah, I haven't either in this best ball, anyways.
I got a lot of sack potential, a lot of interception potential, and my tackles are covered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I love this fucking IDP squad.
Yeah.
I mean,
then we got the bench. Where?
DeForest Buckner with my last pick. Come on, bro.
Yeah. So Mandrew starts the bench, then Downs, Ray Davis, Hollywood.
Sing about Hollywood.
And Kyle Williams, Dubs, Waller, Brashard Smith, and then Quentin Johnston in the 29th round. You just couldn't resist, huh? You just had to get him.
Bro.
What if he ends up missing some games because he got like a crazy concussion?
Does he really?
I don't know. He did leave the game. Like it was like on the first drive of the game. Like this got like blasted. I mean, it's preseason, so like, you know, if you leave early, like any kind of anything, you know, they're just gonna pull you out.
Yeah.
But you know, I thought it was very fitting for him.
That's just fantastic.
Then Alec Pierce and Total One said he's a bum and he's got to get some Colt wide receivers for his bench. Where is that?
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
I do. Oh my God. I've been passing up on Jonathan Taylor though. I've been taking Bucky Irving over Jonathan Taylor a lot. As much as it hurts my heart, I feel it's the safer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, man, this one's tough. Because I don't really like Mandrews, but even if we did put him in that, you know, I feel like it's a C+ for the bench here. I'm seeing a lot of role players, but not a lot of like difference makers.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? B+, B, B, B+ on the IDP, and then C+ on the bench. So up 1, 2. There we go. There we go. Not bad in a super competitive draft. This one was a little bit insane.
It's tough, bro. I pulled out a fucking rabbit out of my ass. If Rashee Rice hits, bro, and Adunze takes a step forward, this team, you know what I mean? My quarterbacks are fucking top tier compared to what a lot of my other teams are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Stay through the credits, guys. We can roll these now, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow. Oh, where is it? There we go. All right. Salute to Justin Pickle in a Jar and Chris Patriot Sports. Salute to the producers, co-producers. Salute. Associate producers. Salute.
Did I miss my name?
Yeah, it was on the associate producers. And then salute to the epic and awesome supporters. Appreciate you guys. Go follow everywhere. And peace out, Mark. Thanks for coming through. As always, everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys.
One time, motherfuckers.
Hey, not once. And we're we've been going at it for a minute. All right. Big pause. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the